Starting with the Iron Man evaluations, this video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 1, Evaluator of All Worlds. This dormitory can't give warmth to Gayo Shui, Wang Heo, or Songjin, but it can give warmth to me. September 2nd, Saturday. Li Pingfan woke up in the dormitory and opened his eyes. That's right, he was the only one there. The other 3 roommates had disappeared since last night. 2 years have passed, and half of my college career of dating girls has passed. Even Songjin has schoolgirls asking him out to the library every day, but I haven't even had a boyfriend. Thinking of this, Li Pingfan wrapped the quilt tightly around him and hugged himself distressedly. In the 2 years of college, his 3 roommates had found love one after another. Oh, yes, Songjin must be excluded. That guy whose name not only sounds like a pig's foot in a novel, but also looks like a pig's foot. Although he has never been in a relationship, wherever he goes, there are a group of schoolgirls following him. It's also very annoying. Ding. Just when Li Pingfan was about to take another nap, a cold electronic sound suddenly came from his mind. Before he could react, the sound continued. The Wanji evaluation system has been activated. The host has been detected to meet the installation requirements. Installation and binding will be carried out soon. System binding is in progress. Congratulations to the host Li Pingfan for officially becoming an intern evaluator of the Wanji evaluation system. Wait. Li Pingfan's sleepiness disappeared in an instant. He is a otaku without a girlfriend, so he is very clear about the system. It is too common in novels. Evaluator? I'm an intern evaluator of the Wanji evaluation system? Can I ask what this is for? Li Pingfan suppressed his excitement. The sudden system made his originally ordinary life turbulent. As a Wanji evaluator, the system will provide the props needed for evaluation, and then the evaluator will complete the evaluation. Please register a Video Up Master account in your own identity, and provide the system to bind, and officially complete the system installation. I have a Video Up Master account. When he first entered college, he did register a short video account on the 8ly platform and publish several unboxing and evaluation videos, but so far, the number of views of several videos has not exceeded 10. The main reason why his dream of becoming an Up Master with millions of fans was shattered was because of Songjin. Songjin had the best conditions in their dormitory and was crazy about online shopping. Li Pingfan talked to Songjin, and the latter agreed to let him unbox and evaluate his express delivery. Everything was going well. He even planned the future, with all kinds of gimmicks and copywriting. Just wait for the fans to exceed 1 million in the future, and receive advertisements every day, counting money until his hands cramp. But one day, Songjin was not there. His express delivery came. Previously, when Li Pingfan did the evaluation, he had to get Songjin's consent. That day, Songjin turned off the computer when he returned to his hometown, and Li Pingfan, who was in a hurry to make a video, opened the box without authorization. The express box contained a Lolita-style women's clothing. Since then, Li Pingfan has no material, and his Upmaster career has to end early. The review account has been bound by the system and encrypted, and the reviewer's identity will not be exposed. Is the trainee reviewer ready for the first review? Wait a minute, I would like to ask, what are the benefits of being a trainee reviewer? Any income generated by the reviewer in the early stage of unboxing and reviewing videos and the later stage of opening the live broadcast function will belong to the reviewer. At the same time, the props used by the reviewer for review will also be given to the reviewer. If you don't like or need them, you can return them to this system. The system will value the props according to different props and give the reviewer a certain amount of compensation. Then what do I need to review? The heavens and the worlds, or high technology, or lethal weapons, or exclusive products from the future, the past, or even parallel worlds. All of this is completely random, and this system cannot give an accurate answer. Is there no way for me to decide? There is no way at present. I can only review the props randomly, provided by this system. After the reviewer becomes a regular, before each review, the system will randomly promote several props, and the reviewer can choose from them. Wait, you said before that the live broadcast function will be opened later, which means I don't have the right to live broadcast now. That's right, as an intern reviewer, I don't have the right to live broadcast for the time being. Reviewers need to complete tasks, and only after the tasks are met can they be officially promoted. After being promoted, all rights will be gradually opened. Multi-platform live broadcast, even multi-parallel world live broadcast. Pingfan couldn't stay calm. There really are parallel worlds in this world. Of course, before, whoever told him, he would not believe it completely. But now, what this mysterious black technology system said, made him have to believe it. What is my first task? The system will provide the reviewer with the first prop to be evaluated, and then the reviewer needs to unbox and evaluate it, edit the video and upload it, and make the video playback volume exceed 10,000 within 10 days, and make the review account have 1,000 fans who receive fan cards to be successful. After success, the system will make a judgment based on the video playback volume and the impact generated, and the judgment result will directly affect the prop grade of the reviewer's next evaluation. The internship assessment is divided into 3 times. After all 3 times are successful, the evaluator can be converted to a regular employee. If one of the 3 tasks fails, the evaluator will be deprived of his status as an evaluator. Does that mean I have lost the system? Yes, this system will be destroyed humanely. Fuck, so cruel. Before that, the evaluator has time to think. You can choose to accept or refuse. If you refuse, this system will erase the relevant memory and disappear. Pingfan sat on the bed and fell into silence. However, it was only silent for 3 seconds. I accept. I have lived a dull life like a salted fish for a lifetime. Now the system hits my head. Can I still refuse? Evaluation props are being drawn. The drawing has been completed and will be delivered soon. Task: please ask the evaluator to make an evaluation video within 1 day and upload it to the network platform through the exclusive account bound to the system. After passing the review, the time will start. We will witness the first video result in 10 days. Please cheer for the evaluator. After saying this, the system fell silent. Hello, delivery. How do I deliver it? Should I find a courier, or what? Where's the system? No matter how Pingfan called the system, he never got an answer. However, there was no need for an answer, because in the next moment, a gap appeared out of thin air above the dormitory where Pingfan lived, and it appeared without any warning like a wormhole in space. With a thud, a cardboard box about 1 meter long 50 centimeters wide and high fell from the wormhole. Looking at the cardboard box that fell out of the space wormhole, Pingfan was stunned. That's not all. When he turned over and jumped off the bed, walked to the side of the cardboard box, and saw the list on the cardboard box, he was even more confused. This, Mark 5. Could this be? Chapter 2 Review Mark 5. Mark 5, isn't this a set of steel armor that belongs to billionaire Tony in the Marvel universe? That's right. There was a list on the cardboard box. The list marked the information of the things in the box. Mark 5, from the Marvel universe, belongs to Tony Stark. I want to review this? Are you kidding me? Is this real, or a model? When asking this question, Pingfan thought of a funny thing. How could this mysterious system give him a model to review? Ding, the review props have been delivered. The special equipment for the review is attached to the cloth bag on the left side of the box. Please take it down. Equipment? The system spoke again. Pingfan took down a cloth bag hanging on the left side of the cardboard box according to what the system said. After opening it, there was a round metal ball that was no bigger than a walnut. This is a self-sensing omnidirectional video recorder. When the reviewer conducts the review, he only needs to turn on the instrument, and then the instrument will connect to the reviewer's brain. At that time, an additional split screen will appear in the mind of the reviewer, and the video recorder can be controlled at will to perform multi-directional stereoscopic shooting. The shooting data can be edited in the reviewer's brain and uploaded directly after editing. Awesome crassly Pingfan found a small dent on the top of the smooth velvety video recorder when he stroked it. This item requires pupil unlocking. When this system is bound to the reviewer, all the body data of the reviewer has been obtained, and the pupil identification has been completed for the reviewer. When using it, you only need to unlock it. The instrument can be charged by absorbing any light energy, so the reviewer does not need to worry about the video recorder failing. Pingfan is now completely Buddhist. An auxiliary video recording device is already so powerful. How could this box contain a model of Iron Man's armor? And if it is a model, this small cardboard box can't hold it at all. Looking forward to the good news from the reviewer. After saying this, the system dived again and there was no sound. He already understood the general operation steps, and he was afraid that he would not be able to contact the system boss in a short time. Everything would have to wait until 10 days later to see the result. After letting out a long breath, Pingfan decided to start working. After locking the dormitory door, he went to the bathroom to wash up carefully and changed into new clothes that he had never worn before. Just when he was ready and was about to start recording the video, Pingfan suddenly thought of something. Damn. This thing is Iron Man's armored suit. If someone finds it, I might be finished. Indeed. No matter how powerful Mark V is, it is a high-tech product that does not belong to the current world civilization. He doesn't want to be invited to drink tea just because he reviews a prop. The identity must be kept secret. Without the ability to protect himself, it would definitely not be a good thing if it is exposed now. The main reason is that this Iron Man's armor is too involved, and he can't afford it now. Just when Pingfan had this idea, a line of text appeared in his mind. The self-sensing omnidirectional video recorder has the functions of sound blurring and portrait blurring. Although the images taken by this prop may be cracked, the self-sensing omnidirectional video recorder, which will only be available in 2057, will still be cracked 0 times even in the future world. Domineering. I didn't expect this little broken ball to be something from more than 30 years later. High tech. I like it. Since there is double blurring of portraits and sounds, Pingfan is not afraid. He simply arranged the scene, surrounded it with sheets, and made a rough outline based on the information of the armor to be evaluated. After reading it several times, he was fully prepared. Although Pingfan had experience in evaluation, he unboxed some small things. Now he was still a little nervous to live stream the evaluation of Iron Man armor. Let's start. After the self-sensing omnidirectional video recorder was unlocked, a small wing as thin as a cicada's wing popped out from the left and right sides, and then it soared into the air. At the same time, a new picture appeared in Pingfan's mind. The picture was exactly the dormitory he was in, and the protagonist was him. It was similar to the split screen function of mobile phone. Advanced. After coughing twice, Pingfan officially began today's review. Hello, audience friends. I'm Wanja's intern reviewer. Today I will bring you an unprecedented unboxing video. It is this plain looking cardboard box in front of me. Without further ado, let me introduce it directly. The things in the box are the armor worn by billionaire Tony Stark from the Marvel Universe. It is the Mark V in the Iron Man suit series. Now, I will open it for you. After saying that, Pingfan took out a fruit knife, cut the layer of tape on the outside of the cardboard box, and opened the cardboard box completely. A suitcase with a red and silver tone was revealed, and the whole body showed a full sense of technology. I think everyone is familiar with this armor. Now I will give you a brief introduction. The original intention of creating Mark V is to facilitate carrying. It is the first portable armor in the Mark armor series. It can be folded into a box larger than a briefcase. You can see it. As he said, Pingfan operated the video recorder to take a close-up of the red and silver suitcase in front of him. Next, let's try the feeling of holding it. After lifting the suitcase and shaking it, Pingfan said it should feel about 20 kilograms, which is not bad. After all, a bag of rice weighs 25 kilograms. Those who can wear the Iron Man armor must be real men. Okay, before the wear test, I want to mention a simple difference. The Mark V armor in the original world is not equipped with an independent arc reactor to supply energy, but relies on Tony's own palladium arc reactor to provide energy. Because this is uncontrollable, the owner of this armor has already equipped it with an independent energy source before it was sent for evaluation. This is a small change. After the explanation, Pingfan stepped on the suitcase with one foot, bent down at the same time, imitated the original wearing mode, stretched out his hands, pulled it up hard, and covered the entire armor on his body. The energy of the reactor on the chest lit up, proving that the armor has entered the activation mode. At the same time, a voice came from Pingfan's ear. "At your service, sir." Damn. There was no mirror in front of Pingfan, but the split screen in his mind had already presented him with the scene at the moment. It was a real Iron Man, standing in the dormitory at this moment. Everything was so real and unreal. Chapter 3 Preparation before actual combat. Well, when I put on this brand new Mark V, the first thing I smelled was a smell similar to that in a new car. But soon, this smell will be expelled by the activated air filtration function. So, the first feeling is still very good. Then, what comes into view is a full sense of technology, which is an indescribable experience. I will transmit the picture in front of me in the form of a projection. When using this self-sensing omnidirectional video recorder, Pingfan also discovered a new function. That is, it can project the picture that the user sees in front of him. In other words, although the video recorder cannot capture the picture he sees in the armor, it can still be transmitted. Advanced. After sighing in his heart, Pingfan continued to evaluate this armor. When you wear this armor, it doesn't feel as heavy as it looks on the outside. The overall weight, after it is unzipped, is exactly the same as the previous suitcase. The following is an introduction to the material of the armor. This Mark V is not made of titanium alloy, but some metal and glass fiber similar to woven belts. Naturally, compared with other armors, its defensive power is greatly reduced, because it was originally designed to be portable, and can be used in emergency situations. Similarly, in terms of weapon configuration, it only has 2 arc pulse cannons on the palm and chest. The systems it carries are the status system, flight system, Jarvis navigation system and flight stability system. Since it does not appear in many scenes, this armor does not show its flight system in the movie world. In fact, it does have it. It's just that due to different functions, its flight speed and altitude are greatly limited. After all, its flying ability is only to help escape from danger. Well, due to scene restrictions, the armor's offensiveness, defense and flight capabilities cannot be tested. I will prepare the next part of the Mark V armor review tomorrow and update it on time at 9 o'clock. Today's unboxing review ends here. If there are people who like it, please help me follow and send me a gift. Follow me so you don't get lost. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, we will have a live armor operation. See you there. After 3 seconds of silence, Pingfan turned off the video recorder. He was relieved. Nervous. More nervous than any review he had done before. The sweat in his palms never stopped. It was also his impromptu idea to shoot the upper and lower parts. The armor has the ability to attack and fly, but now there is no way to show it in the dormitory, so he simply shot the lower part. After leaving the armor, Pingfan restored it to its previous suitcase appearance and stuffed it into his school bag to hide it. Then he quickly restored the dormitory to its original state. After doing everything, Pingfan lay on the bed and began to review the previously shot pictures over and over again. After making sure that he could not recognize the voice and face, he uploaded it through the main account that had been bound to the system. This video does not need to be edited, and every frame from beginning to end must be kept true. After the video was uploaded, it passed the review immediately, as if it didn't need to be reviewed at all, and appeared in the new video column on the homepage of the 8ly platform. Since the video was uploaded, Pingfan has been paying close attention to the background data, refreshing it almost once a minute. However, he is just a small up master with very few fans after all. After finally calming down, he laughed at himself and put away his phone. It's time to shoot the next episode. The place for shooting must be sparsely populated. He made a decision in his heart. After leaving the school, you can go to a mountain climbing scenic spot by taking a 2-hour car ride at most. But that place is basically deserted. When I first entered school, Pingfan and his roommates went there to play, and it was a holiday, and it was a good season for climbing. They didn't meet many people that day. Moreover, there are many wild mountains nearby. The wild mountains have not been developed, and there are no roads for climbing, let alone people. After making a decision, Pingfan immediately put on his school bag and went out. Just before he set off to find a holy place for shooting videos. As time passed little by little, the video titled Unboxing and Reviewing the Iron Man Mark V Armor has gradually attracted the attention of netizens. Unboxing and reviewing, at least they should make a 1-to-1 model. The uploader shouldn't just use a Teobeo product. A Teobeo product can also shoot an unboxing video of nearly 10 minutes. I can't bear to watch it. This unboxing and reviewing is really simple and easy. To review the Mark V, just buy a Mark V box. When you review Spider-Man, do you just catch a spider on the street? Dads, I want to go to the first floor. I heard that the little red heart on my left can't light up. Do you want to try it? Why do you want to say the content of the video I plan to make in the next issue on the third floor? Draw a circle. Oh my god, there is some material. There is something in this video. What a shitty thing. It's better to watch the latest video updated by Mr. Zal. The first generation of Mark armor is made entirely by hand, and people can still wear it. Domineering. Soon, more and more comments appeared. Fuck this. This uploader must have learned special effects. This special effect is a bit too real. Did you really open the Mark V? Can you wear it? NIU beer. But you said that the Mark V smelled like a new car when you put it on. Is it true? Don't fool me. Fuck, the video owner is going to shoot the next episode? You are not going to really test the attack power and flight ability, are you? Fake. After seeing this video, I immediately went to my basement to take a look. I was scared to death. I thought my Mark V was stolen. The upstairs is a good pen. As people finished watching the video, the number of clicks and comments on the video increased linearly. Some comments after watching it have been pushed to the top, and people who click in again will not be discouraged, because the opening is just a small suitcase. I went to the video anti-counterfeiting king. The submaster was so boastful, a little too much. The anti-counterfeiting king would present evidence in a minute. This video was either a special effect or an editing. Anyway, the part where he was wearing it was too unreal. That's true. How could something virtualized in a comic book movie really appear in the world? Save your life, of course. Pingfan didn't know about the heated discussion caused by this video, because he was climbing a mountain. It was a wild mountain, which was very difficult to climb. This place is good. It's spacious and there's no one. We can shoot the next episode here. After drinking a large bottle of Fisherman's Spring, Pingfan opened his school bag and took out the Mark V suitcase again. This review was obviously more tense than the unboxing and hands-on, because he had to really operate the Mark V, and it was not as simple as just assembling it on himself. Chapter 4 Evaluation End. Hello everyone, I'm Wanji Reviewer, and now I will bring you the next review of Iron Armor Mark V. Today, I came to the open field to test the combat and flight capabilities of the armor. Without further ado, let's get started. After arriving at the place, Pingfan turned on the video recorder and put on the iron armor again. Next, we will first test the flight ability. Very nervous, because the armor's own defense ability is not outstanding. The flight ability we will evaluate today is limited to returning after the altitude reaches a difficult to control extreme, and we will not test the altitude limit for the time being. After saying hello, Pingfan greeted the armor system and adjusted the flight system. Take off. Bang. Powerful airwaves erupted from the soles and palms of Pingfan's armor. He suddenly soared more than 10 meters into the air. After adapting for a few seconds, he finally controlled the armor to stabilize in the air a few meters above the ground. As you can see, since it was my first time operating it, I didn't control the armor well at the start, but it's not a big problem. Now let me introduce it to you. Since the armor itself has a palladium arc reactor, its energy supply is much stronger than the original version. However, I haven't operated the original version, so I can't comment on this comparison. Next, take off in a straight line and feel at what altitude you will feel unbalanced. Boom. The airwaves surged. The armor fired at full power. Pingfan flew straight up and rushed into the sky. It takes 2.58 seconds to fly to an altitude of 1000 meters, which is about Mach 1.13. This is because this set of armor is mainly used for emergency escape, and it is not as fast as the Mark III, which has already reached the speed of the Raptor fighter, and it is more than that. At this time, I have broken through the altitude of 3000 meters, and there are no adverse reactions. The speed has also been developed to the extreme. The accurate calculation is Mach 1.55, which is the peak. The energy endurance is still sufficient. 5000 meters, still normal, everything is balanced. At the same time, just next to the mountain, where Pingfan took off, several hikers with backpacks just sat down to rest. One of them was a girl wearing mountaineering clothes and had no macup on. She just unscrewed her water bottle and hadn't put the bottle to her mouth. Suddenly, a figure pedaled a jet and flew into the air. It rushed into the sky at a very fast speed, and in the blink of an eye, it became very small, until it was completely invisible. Oh my god, what is that? It flew up all of a sudden. What the hell? You are so shocked. You are not hallucinating. No, I saw it with my own eyes. A figure, pedaling a jet, flying up, taking off. Where is it? Look. Several hikers looked in the direction the man pointed. In the sky, the white clouds were still there, and a few birds could be seen flying from time to time. Nonsense. You must be hallucinating. This is your first time hiking in the wild mountains. It's understandable that you are exhausted. Yes, I have Snickers in my bag. One will help you get back to normal. Is it really an illusion? The girl looked up at the sky and couldn't help but fall into confusion, because Pingfan's flying speed was too fast. When she came to her senses, Pingfan had broken through the 10,000 meter altitude. It's broken through 10,000. I'm still a little nervous, but everything is going well. My breathing is normal, my personal condition is normal, and all the systems of the armor are operating normally. I forgot to add that the armor's own vision ability is outstanding. Everyone, pay attention. I will now transmit my vision. Pingfan floated above 10,000 meters in the sky. Using the armor's own vision capture ability, he found an eagle flying high in the clouds. After locking his sight on the eagle, he immediately enlarged it and presented it in front of him. The feathers, the eagle's beak, and even the eagle's eyes were observed very clearly. It's a bit ugly. The feathers above the neck of this big bird are particularly sparse, and it has lost its hair early in life. By the way, Jarvis, can you help me analyze the species? Ding, species analysis and identification in progress. The test results are, Himalayan mountain vulture, also known as the yellow vulture, is a near-threatened species, which has reached the IUCN standard. According to the current national conditions, this species is also called the prison bottom sit-through beast. Ahem. Okay, keep flying. We are now at an altitude of 14,000 meters, with an outside atmospheric pressure of 0.3. We are in the stratosphere at the moment, and the outside temperature is about -37 degrees. The armor has already started to tremble, but inside the armor have not been affected by the drop in outside temperature. At 16,000 meters, the main components of the gas here are nitrogen, oxygen, and argon, and are rich in ozone. The temperature has reached -43 degrees. The armor has produced an adverse reaction, and the system is intermittent. At 17,000 meters, although it is not the limit of the armor, the adverse reaction of the armor has become obvious, and violent shaking can be felt inside the armor. Now we have to return. The next moment, Pingfan changed direction and flew away again. The height statistics and peak speed values have been tested. In general, it's not bad. The purpose of this armor has already caused certain limitations to it. It is destined to not be able to reach the height of other armors, even some of the previous armors. But at the same time, it represents a major improvement in Tony Stark's creation. The foldable portable armor lays the foundation for more convenient nanotechnology armor in the future. Finally, we will test the armor's attack capability. Jarvis, please navigate me to the nearest high seas. A short moment later, Pingfan, who was flying rapidly, was already over a sea area. First, test the two arc pulse cannons in the palm of your hand. Boom. Two powerful air cannons blasted out and exploded into the water. After a loud bang, two water columns surged. The attack power is okay, and the impact force cannot harm people's lives for the time being. Next is the chest cluster cannon. Boom. The circular reactor on the chest of the armor blasted out a beam of light again, and while blasting into the water, it rolled up a water column several meters high. It is several times more powerful than the Parmark pulse cannon, but because this set of products comes with a palladium arc reactor, the energy source is increased, and it cannot be compared with the original armor that still needs the reactor on Tony's chest to supply energy. Now, our first evaluation is about to end. Let's make a summary before the end. The Mark V armor represents a new era for Tony in the field of Iron Man suits. I have already talked about it before, so I won't say more. Let me explain the advantages. It is easy to carry and can deal with some emergency dangers. It has the ability to fly, attack, and the flight speed and altitude have been concluded. The disadvantages, that it takes about 18 to 22 seconds to put on the suit, and you can't move during this period. If you encounter an enemy, it will be fatal. Also, the armor itself has low defense. The advantages and disadvantages are obvious. I believe that all the readers have made up their minds. Well, this evaluation is officially over. If you like the evaluation program brought by the reviewers of All Worlds, please like, share, and pay attention to support it. Your attention, likes and sharing will directly affect my next evaluation in 9 days. Goodbye, everyone. After turning off the video recorder, Pingfan began to maneuver the steel armor toward the location where he took off from before. Beep. This system has actively connected to the safety network in the current territory and detected an emergency call for help from the nameless wild mountain where he took off from before. Do you want to go and provide support? Just as Pingfan had just sailed out of the high seas and into the official territory, Jarvis' voice came again. Chapter 5 Iron Man Online Rescue. Jarvis, search for vital signs in this mountain area. Pingfan, who had just entered the territory, received a message from Jarvis, which automatically connected to the safety network. It captured a satellite phone call for help. 5 hikers encountered danger while hiking through the wild mountains. For some reason, the signal was lost, and the compass lost its direction. The only way to request rescue was this satellite phone. Pingfan, who had just completed the evaluation, rushed here quickly and began to investigate and search. Okay, sir. Pingfan began to control the armor to fly around. Not long after, Jarvis sent another message. Sir, human vital signs have been detected. There are 5 people in total. 4 of them have normal vital signs, and the other one has a calf injury and is crushed by a rolling stone. Go over immediately and implement rescue. Okay, sir. That's right. The injured people are the hikers who had previously hiked and climbed through the wild mountains. Unfortunately, the girl who was lucky enough to see Pingfan soaring into the sky was hit by a boulder rolling down the hillside and her calf was crushed. Damn, what kind of place is this? Why is the compass not working? It's my fault. I didn't check the mobile phone communication equipment in time. Don't worry. A man in his 30s comforted the girl with a guilty look on his face. Don't worry, we have already called the satellite phone. I hope the rescuers can use the satellite positioning successfully. Don't be nervous. There will be no problem. The team leader blamed himself. He should have checked the signal of the mobile phone communication equipment in time. Unfortunately, he thought that this wild mountain was close to the city and that kind of situation should not happen, so he neglected it. We have to find a way to move the boulder pressing on Zerling's leg. Otherwise, if it is pressed for a long time, it will easily cause nerve damage. Zerling's leg may. Shut up. The team leader was very angry and scolded a woman who looked much younger in the same team. The more you say that, the more Zerling will worry, right? On the other hand, the girl called Zerling, who was wearing no makeup, had tears in her eyes and traces of tears on her face. But she did not blame others. Brother son, I was careless. You can't blame others. It's okay. Zerling, let's try to see if we can use leverage to move the boulder away. You just bear with it. Don't move. Just as everyone was trying to think of a solution, Pingfan's cold voice came from the sky. Of course, his voice was processed. Just as everyone turned their heads to look in the direction of the voice, Pingfan suddenly fell. With a bang, he landed on the ground, shaking up layers of dust. What is this? Oh my god, Iron Man. I must be dreaming. Please make way. Leapingfan spoke again, awakening the shocked people. Tony, I'm your fan. Can you give me an autograph? Yes, Tony, I knew you must still be alive. You must be real. Leapingfan's face was full of black lines. These people's brain circuits were too weird. What kind of situation is this now? He simply ignored them, took off into the air, and landed next to the boulder again. Don't worry, it will be fine soon. Don't be nervous for a while, just relax, understand? The girl nodded repeatedly at the Iron Man, who fell from the sky. Okay. Leapingfan bent down, inserted his armored hands into the soil, and held the boulder. Lift. With a rumble. The boulder weighing several hundred kilograms was lifted up by Leapingfan's hands to save the girl's leg. Jarvis scanned the girl's leg injury. Okay sir, her leg injury is not serious. Because the ground is soft, it is just a slight bone fracture, and the nerves are all normal. After getting Jarvis' answer, Leapingfan comforted the girl truthfully. Tony, can I see you? Just after Leapingfan comforted the girl, the fanatical fan rushed over again. First, I'm not Tony, and second, I don't want to show up. Okay, now I'll take you away from here. After saying a few words, Leapingfan walked to the girl, bent down and picked her up. Now the rest of you hold on to my arms. I'll take you out. Leapingfan still overestimated the flying load capacity of Mark 5. He simply couldn't take 5 people out of the mountains at once and reach a place with convenient transportation. Instead, he put them on the mountain where he took off earlier. Okay, there's already a signal here. The mountain was rich in all metals, which produced a magnetic field that affected your cell phone signal. You just need to wait for rescue here. I'll take her to the hospital first. Leapingfan explained, without giving others a chance to speak, and then took off with the injured girl in his arms, and then put her on the side of the road, after leaving the mountains. Because he had detected that there were rescue vehicles approaching here. After handling everything, Leapingfan flew to another deserted place, took off his armor, put it in his bag, and quietly left. You guys should know the consequences of making a false alarm. Iron Man rescued you. Why didn't you say it was Sun Wukong? This is China. You can't make up stories like this. Besides, Iron Man is Tony. He's a foreigner. He speaks English, and he can talk to you in fluent Chinese. Isn't that funny? It's true. It's really Iron Man. Show us the evidence. We were so nervous that we forgot to take pictures. It seems that we must educate you young people who have nothing better to do. You made a false alarm and lied. That's right. The previous team leader's son suddenly thought of something and slapped his forehead. I have been wearing a recorder on my chest. It is turned on 24 hours a day. The Iron Man we saw earlier should have been filmed. Yes. Take it out quickly and show it to others to prove that we really didn't lie. When Team Sun's recorder was connected to the computer, everyone stared at the computer eagerly, looking forward to seeing Iron Man again. The screen popped up. A person in red and silver armor fell from the air. He lifted a huge rock weighing several hundred kilograms with his hands, and then picked up the injured girl and flew away with the others. The picture was very real. See, it's really Iron Man. He saved us. Iron Man really exists. Immediately find a technician to come and check whether this video has been modified by someone. Panic. If the Iron Man in the picture was real, it would definitely cause panic. Chapter 6 When the dog dies, lovers are both guilty. Oh my, it's really updated. In the dormitory, Leapingfan, who had experienced a dream journey yesterday, was so nervous and excited that he didn't feel sleepy until 4 or 5 in the morning. He had just fallen asleep with great difficulty, and before his sweet dream began, he was awakened by a particularly rough roar in the dormitory. Wang Heyo, your uncle, you slept well outside these 2 days. Why are you so crazy when you come back? Leapingfan, who was very angry when he got up, pulled up his pillow and smashed it hard at the source of the noise. Brother Fan, you have suffered a lot these 2 days. This is not to compensate you. I ordered a very rich breakfast, and Leo Song went to get it. Yes, wake up quickly, don't sleep anymore. We found an interesting video. Come quickly. What is it? Leapingfan glanced at his mobile phone. It was just 8:30 in the morning. The next episode of the review he shot yesterday was set to be automatically released at 9 o'clock in the morning. Leo fan, look, there was a video reviewing Iron Man's armor on Station 8 yesterday. As he said that, a tall, muscular short-haired tough guy came to his bedside. This person is recognized as a weirdo. His name is totally inconsistent with his body and appearance. His name is Gayo Shui. He sounds elegant and humble, but he is actually a muscular man. It is said that he has learned martial arts since he was a child. It is also with this skill that he got his current girlfriend. A very vulgar campus beauty rescuer. I know. Are you waiting for their next episode? Lee Pingfan suppressed his excitement. He didn't expect that after just one night. His roommate also knew about the video. It seems that it has really become popular. Oh, so you knew it a long time ago. But you are right. You don't have a partner, you are a natural otaku, and you like to browse 8 stations. You must have known it earlier than us. Gayo Shui didn't mean to mock him. He is a straightforward person. Therefore, when he just got out of being single, Lee Pingfan once doubted his life. How did such a steel, no, diamond straight man get out of being single? Why are we waiting for his next episode? It's obviously a special effect or edited video. We are waiting for the update of the video anti-counterfeiting king to prove with our own hands that this video is fake. Wang Hao handed the pillow to Lee Pingfan and shook his mobile phone at the same time. See, the anti-counterfeiting king said that it will be updated on time at 8:30. Lee Pingfan's attention was not on the video anti-counterfeiting king page on Wang Hao's mobile phone screen. Instead, it was on Gayo Shui's screen, which was the video he posted yesterday. Now the video has exceeded 100,000 likes, and the comments below have exceeded 10,000, but the number of views is surprisingly as high as 1.37 million. Oh my god. Why is it so high? Hey, it's because of Mr. Zhao, the richest man in Station 8. Wang Hao waved his hand and said indifferently, speaking of which, how come you single people have the leisure to browse Station 8? How come you have the mind to pay attention to these things? It's also because Mr. Zhao, my wife, your sister-in-law, is his loyal fan. Yesterday, he spent a lot of money to hand make the Iron Man Mark I commemorative model and originally wanted to live broadcast the unboxing. Unexpectedly, during the live broadcast, most of the people were watching the videos of Wanji reviewers on the barrage. Then Mr. Zhao was furious and found the video anti-counterfeiting king overnight, providing him with funds and hardware support as long as he made an anti-counterfeiting video. And he also made a big bet that, if the video was true, Mr. Zhao would give him $1 million as a reward. After hearing Wang Hao's explanation, Lee Pingfan understood why the video suddenly became popular. Mr. Zhao is an upmaster on Station 8 who often attracts people's attention with various high consumption videos. Lee Pingfan, who is a resident of Station 8, naturally heard of him. Mr. Zhao's first video that went viral on the internet was a bath in high-end drinking water that cost thousands of yuan a bottle. It was indeed luxurious. At one time, Lee Pingfan also envied his simple and unpretentious life. I won't talk to you anymore. The video of the anti-counterfeiting king has been released. Take a look. As he spoke, Wang Hao clicked on the video that the anti-counterfeiting king had just released online. In the video, the anti-counterfeiting king, who appeared in a suit, had messy hair, deep eye bags, and bloodshot eyes. He looked like he hadn't slept all night. Hello everyone, I know there must be a lot of people waiting for this video. I now guarantee with my 3 years of reputation in the anti-counterfeiting industry that the video titled Unboxing and Reviewing the Iron Man Mark V armor yesterday, after a night of technical evaluation, the final conclusion is: no traces of editing have been detected, no traces of special effects have been detected, and no traces of synthesis have been detected. 3 no's in a row are enough to prove that the video was shot in reality. Maybe my skills are not good enough. Although I can't find any differences, I still can't believe that the video is real. Didn't the Wanji reviewer say that the next video will be released at 9 o'clock today? Let's wait and see. I want to see how he evaluates the flight and combat capabilities of the armor. The video came to an end. Wang Hao and Gayo Shui opened their mouths wide. Is it fake? Oh my god, is that video real? As he spoke, Gayo Shuei clicked on the previous video and watched it again. Hey, Leo-fan, look, isn't the floor in the video a bit like our dormitory? Gayo Shuei handed over the phone in confusion. Pingfan glanced at him lightly, his eyes a little weak, and he didn't wait for him to explain. The same floor. I only know that several campuses near us use the same company for decoration, and the floors are all the same. What can you tell? Wang Heo snorted. That's right. Anyway, it won't be long. I also want to see what the next video of the Wanji reviewer looks like. By the way, why do I think the background in the video looks a bit like it? Pingfan's heart instantly rose to his throat. It was really careless. It seems that next time when shooting a video, I must be more cautious. The takeaway is here. Songjae's appearance broke the embarrassment in time. Songjae, wearing a white shirt and black trousers, really looks like the protagonist in a comic. Of course, his handsomeness in this dormitory is second only to Pingfan. Come on, brother fan, this is a feast I spent a lot of money on. Come and eat it while it's hot, don't waste it. Wang Heo and Gayo Shuei took the takia boxes from Songjae's hand and put them on the table. Pingfan, who was a little expectant, resisted his tiredness and jumped off the bed. When he walked to the table, he looked at the boxes of dishes on the table and his face turned black. Stir-fried pork liver, stir-fried kidney, garlic okra, cashew shrimp, garlic braised iron stick yam, wolfberry and white fungus soup. How weak have you been these 2 days? Do you need every dish to nourish your kidneys? Pingfan's eyes seemed to burst into flames. When the dog died, no couple was innocent. You are all murderers, all murderers. You have to show your love even when ordering a dish. Indeed, he didn't need to nourish it. This group of hateful people. At the same time, 4 people walked out of the gate of the rescue team. The 4 people were tired and looked like they hadn't slept all night. Speaking of which, brother son, we are not serious about the confidentiality agreement we just signed. If we leak it, will we really go to jail? Besides, we are telling the truth. Iron Man, it's real. Chapter 7, the sensation caused by the review. That's right. The 4 people who came out of the rescue team were the unlucky hikers who were rescued by Pingfan, who was evaluating the Iron Man army yesterday. Of course, except for Xiaoling, who was injured in the calf and is now recuperating in the hospital after they were brought back. Or to be more precise, when team leader Sun exported the video from the recorder, they were given special attention. The video was not fake, it was a real record, and there was no change in the picture in the video. Everything actually happened and was filmed. This instantly caused panic. The rescue team did not dare to hide it, so they could only report the news as soon as possible. This news attracted the attention of some senior officials above. Soon, experts rushed to the rescue team and interrogated these hikers overnight. After an overpass interrogation without results, they could only let these people sign a confidentiality agreement and detain the video equipment before letting them go. If Iron Man is real, then does this world also have Spider-Man? No. Does this world also have Sun Wukong? I'm a big fan of the Monkey King. I can't tell. I can't believe it. Speaking of which, can we get off work now? Hey, come and see. A kid in my family's group has pushed a video. The Iron Man in the video seems to be the same as what we just saw on the recorder. Really? Just as several rescuers gathered around to take a look, several black cars suddenly drove into the gate of the rescue brigade, followed by a group of people in black suits. They all had a small green palace totem embroidered on their left chests. After entering the hall, a short-haired woman in the lead took out her ID in a capable manner. The Biao Palace, one of the 3 pure palaces, is now taking over the emergency incidents related to Iron Man and is blocking the relevant news. Please cooperate with law enforcement. Who is it? A newcomer who had just joined the company not long ago saw someone breaking into the rescue hall like this. Just as he was about to get angry, he was stopped by an old senior who was about 50 years old next to him. Stop talking. After scolding, he looked at the visitor again. Leader, all of us accept and cooperate with the management investigation. Very good. The short-haired woman nodded calmly and was about to speak. A person who looked like an assistant ran over behind her with a mobile phone in his hand. Captain, the next episode of the review of Steel Armor by the Wanji reviewer has been released. Do you want to watch it now? Click it. The short-haired woman was also very surprised, and more of it was expectation. If everything in the next video is true, and the flight and attack ability reviews can be successfully completed, then it proves that everything is true. That's right. The time has reached 9 o'clock. The video that Pingfan set to be automatically released has been uploaded to the online platform. Because of the assistance of Mr. Zyrozao and the video anti-counterfeiting king yesterday, this video has already caused an uproar, and countless people on the internet are eagerly watching. First floor. Funny face. A barrage popped up when the video was just released, but the floor has reached more than 30 floors. Here it comes. I didn't expect it to be really here. Look, is this video true or false? Fuck, take off from the spot. This is too awesome. The special effects are really good. It kills Daoki Huamar in seconds. I, the master of Dazhe Shan, will give you $1 and a chicken leg. Come and do special effects for us. How about that? Tears, I knew Iron Man was still alive. First floor. I'm on the first floor. The idiot upstairs just ran away from the mental hospital. Everyone help catch him if you see him. The beast who has been in prison for a long time scared me to death. I thought the one in my house was lost again. Be careful with what you say upstairs. Be careful that the community will check the water meter in a while. Why am I being checked on the water meter? You. Fuck, was the upstairs invited to drink tea so quickly? I bet 50 cents. This video is 9 out of 10 true. The world is going to change drastically. The spiritual energy will revive. The gods and ghosts will reappear. Leaky eye, don't need to hide anymore. Hehe. Kinshi Huang, send money. Speaking of which, why do I feel that this matter is a bit strange? After an unboxing video was released, it immediately attracted the attention of the richest man, Mr. Zhao. He even made a bet that, if the video was real, he would reward 1 million to stir up the popularity. Could it be that this account is a newcomer under Mr. Zhao? It is possible. The person above really hit the nail on the head. This kind of hype is very common. I'm on the first floor. You guys, call daddy. Wife, come out and see the fool upstairs. The barrage quickly went off track, but the growth of the barrage was enough to prove how popular the video was. In the rescue team, the group of people who claimed to be from the Biao Palace all looked unhappy, because as soon as the video was released, some of them took out their computers and began to identify the video. The video is the same as the previous one and the one found by the rescue team. It was recorded by some kind of video equipment. It has not been edited or synthesized. Can you find the source of the video? It is being cracked, but there is little hope. It should be the same as yesterday's video. The source cannot be found at all. Sigh. Find a way to block this video, or contact the 8-station platform and use the highest law enforcement power to directly order them to delete the video and ban the account. The short-haired woman ordered. No way. I have tried it, and the other party is very cooperative. They said that the video cannot be deleted or taken down for some reason, and the account cannot be banned. For this reason, I also specially asked a colleague to go to the headquarters of the 8-station company to investigate. What they said is true. The short-haired woman's face became cold. If this is true, then things will be difficult. It is true that if the other party can master the advanced full intelligence system like Jarvis, they really do not have enough technology to crack it. Continue to analyze these 3 videos. Don't miss any details. We, Biao Palace, must find this person before the other 2 palace gates make any moves. After giving the order, the short-haired woman walked towards a group of rescue team members who were looking at each other in bewilderment. Next, I want to talk to you. Regarding this matter, I hope no one will disclose it, especially the video of Iron Man saving people. After we copy it, you must delete all the backups. Do you understand? Jiangnan University City, 203 male dormitory. 4 people looked at the video with astonishment. Of course, one of them was Pingfan, who had already brought his acting talent to the extreme. Reward, really reward, 1 million. Mr. Zhao is too domineering. Wang Heo was stunned. 1 million, even after the platform share, you can still get 500,000. This money came too quickly. Oh my god, it's really 1 million. Pingfan had thought about it. If he revealed his identity, how much money could he get by selling the Iron Man armor? I'm afraid there should be quite a few people who want to get this set of armor. After all, this is a cross-era technology. But once that is done, his identity as a 1G evaluator may not be easy to conceal. Without sufficient strength, he is likely to be detained by others or some forces. What he has to do is to constantly absorb black technology through the system. The armor must be left behind. Pingfan was particularly certain of this idea. The armor is light and easy to carry and can be used in emergencies. It seems that it's time to consider the next problem. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 8. Fate. Indescribable. After dinner, Gao Shuwei and Wang Hao were about to go out. I say, you two grown men, the weather is so good today, why do you bring an umbrella with a pattern? Look at which man on the street is like you. Gao Shuwei and Wang Hao turned back at the same time when they walked to the door and answered Pingfan's doubts. My girlfriend is afraid of the Sunday. Yes, we are going camping and will not be back tonight. Bye. Puff. Pingfan's eyes were very vicious and full of anger. These two guys really don't miss any opportunity to show their love. What about you, Leo Song? You don't bring an umbrella when you go out. Pingfan looked at Song Jie, who was changing clothes. It's okay, someone is waiting downstairs. Song Jie replied calmly. Pingfan glanced and saw through the window downstairs a dozen schoolgirls dressed in cool clothes, each holding an umbrella in their hands, looking in the direction of their dormitory. Damn it. A good dormitory was corroded by the sour smell of love. After several roommates left, Pingfan also planned to go out. Of the 1 million yuan rewarded by Mr. Zhao, the richest man in Station 8, Pingfan has already cashed out the 500,000 yuan that he got. He has to rent a house. There can't be any loopholes like before, and his identity must be kept secret now. Only a set of Mark 5 armor obviously can't protect him, and he doesn't know what black technology he will evaluate next. Before that, he must keep it confidential. He always conducts evaluations in the dormitory, and he might miss some details one day. After looking at the rental information on Wang Hao's computer in the dormitory, he made a decision and went out. Not long after, Pingfan arrived at the rental place. He rented just an attic, so he needed to greet the owner in advance. Dang dang dang. After arriving at the place, Pingfan raised his hand and knocked on the door. I'm here. Across the security door, the room still came with the girl's clear and spiritual voice like a spring hitting pebbles. The door opened, and a girl with a plain face and loose hair limped in front of Pingfan. Fate, wonderful beyond words. When he saw the girl for the first time, Pingfan couldn't help but took 2 steps back. Oh my god, is it such a coincidence? This girl was the one who was injured in the foot by a rolling stone when he was conducting the second test of Iron Man Armor Mark 5 yesterday afternoon. Huh? Do we know each other? The girl named Xiling also felt Pingfan's strange expression and asked curiously. Pingfan waved his hands repeatedly. No, 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 of course I don't know him. I'm here to rent a house. Seeing Pingfan's resistance, Song Wanling was a little helpless for a while. Although she didn't think her appearance could be called stunning, she was also beautiful. People she met usually wanted to find an excuse to talk to her more. Why was this person so fat? Oh. Song Wanling nodded a little disappointedly. Well, I have explained the specific requirements in the rental information. You should have read it, right? Yes, I can accept it. Is the rent 1 deposit and 3 payments? 2005 per month. Right? Yes. Okay, here is 10,000 yuan and a copy of my ID card. I should be able to get the key now, right? Seeing Pingfan take out the rent so readily, Song Wanling was even more confused. No bargaining. You know, her house price was marked high from the beginning, with at least 300 fluctuations. Overall, it will save more than 1,000 yuan. No, no hurry. I will take you to see the attic layout first. No need. Pingfan refused mercilessly. He was afraid that the more time they spent together, the easier it would be to reveal flaws, so it would be better to settle it as soon as possible. But if you are not satisfied with the attic layout and the furniture you brought, I can still exchange them. I'm very satisfied. Can we sign the contract now? Li Pingfan seemed to be unable to get along with her for a minute. Song Wanling was very disappointed, and for a moment she even thought about not renting to him. However, her leg was injured, and she needed to recuperate, so she couldn't go to work. If she didn't rent out the attic, her life would be very difficult. Just when Song Wanling hesitated, Li Pingfan spoke again. Are you not satisfied with the deposit of 1 and 3 payments? It doesn't matter, I can accept a high rent. Here is 20,000, how about 7 months? What? Song Wanling was stunned. She didn't even see the house, and she wanted to rent it for 7 months at once. Still feel embarrassed? Well, I can pay annually. No, no, no. The only hesitation that Song Wanling had left disappeared under Li Pingfan's lavish spending. Let's sign the contract. In the end, Li Pingfan, who paid 20,000 and successfully rented the house for 7 months, returned to the attic with the key, and after closing the door, he breathed a sigh of relief. It should be safe. He even rejected Song Wanling's offer to help introduce the attic. After calming down, Li Pingfan took a good look at the house he rented. The decoration of the loft is simple, with a blue-gray floor and white wallpaper, which is in line with Li Pingfan's aesthetics. The simple and plain sofa and coffee table make this small loft look particularly spacious. There are several black framed oil paintings and landscape photos hanging on the walls on both sides. It adds a bit of artistic atmosphere. In fact, Li Pingfan doesn't care about the layout and equipment of the house. The purpose of renting a house is just to record the evaluation video here, and he has not planned to really move in. For him, as long as it is quiet enough, it's fine. I have to say that the Iron Man armor does give people a sense of being lost in the power of intoxication. Li Pingfan couldn't help taking the armor out of his school bag. Since the last evaluation, especially after truly experiencing the flying and combat capabilities of the armor, he has become more and more intoxicated. He even has some desire to wear it again. This set of armor, no matter what, must never fall into the hands of outsiders. The meaning of the armor to Li Pingfan now may just be to satisfy some small demands in his heart, but if it falls into the hands of someone with a heart, the palladium macro-actor technology of this armor, once conquered, may lead to a catastrophic war. How about wearing it again and going out for a walk? Just when Li Pingfan was struggling whether to dress again, there was a knock on the door. I'm coming. Li Pingfan stuffed the armor into his school bag and put the school bag in the corner. He walked over and opened the door. Hello, I have some fruit here to give you some. The person who appeared at the door was naturally Song Wanling. She had never been ignored like this, especially by the opposite sex. After signing the contract, she couldn't help but become a little interested in Li Pingfan. She wanted to know whether this person's orientation was normal. Oh, I forgot, the floor here hasn't been mopped for many days. Your bag will get dirty if you put it on the floor. As she said, Song Wanling handed the fruit to Li Pingfan, and regardless of whether he agreed or refused, she walked into the room and walked towards the bag in the corner. Chapter 9 Exposed. What's in this bag? It's so heavy. Although Song Wanling was enthusiastic, she didn't like to pry into people's privacy. She just helped Li Pingfan move the bag away, but didn't open it. Ahem, moving. There must be a lot of things, all messy. Li Pingfan explained casually. Oh. Seeing that Li Pingfan didn't want to say more, Song Wanling didn't ask any more. Let me help you clean up. Song Wanling smiled and started to get busy in the room. Actually, no need, I can't live here for long. It's okay. No, I'm mainly worried about what if your leg injury gets worse while you're cleaning up. Thank you for your concern. It's not that serious, it's just a slight fracture. No, what I mean is, if you get injured again while cleaning up the room, it has nothing to do with me. You shouldn't ask me for medical expenses or something. Song Wanling, who had just picked up the mop, froze up when she heard what Li Pingfan said, and black lines appeared on her face one after another. Mr. Li, I want to ask, are you blind? What? I said, do you have face blindness? No. Then can you see my face clearly? Song Wanling put down the mop and suddenly looked up at Li Pingfan. This sentence, coupled with her eyes, suddenly made Li Pingfan feel a little wrong. Can you see her face clearly? What does this sentence mean? Could it be that this girl recognized him? It's impossible. Yesterday, I was wearing such a thick hard armor. Not to mention a little girl I had never met. Even my own mother might not recognize her. No, she would definitely not recognize her. Look, it's not very clear. I knew that Mr. Lee must be nearsighted. I have a friend who runs an eyewear store. Mr. Lee, are you a good match? Oh, I think Miss Song has had bad luck recently. I'm not very talented, but I've learned fortune telling. I wonder what Miss Song is telling. Hey, Mr. Lee, why are you so unfunny? I was just joking. Ahem. Sorry. Well, I'm a little tired from moving. I want to take a nap. What? You're tired from moving? What does it have to do with me? I refuse. Song Wanling threw the mop on the ground, clasped her hands across her chest, and made a pitiful look. Li Pingfan was like a Buddha. He wanted to become a Buddha right on the spot. What a damn brain circuit this girl has. He said sleep, not sleep with her, okay? Okay. Song Wanling couldn't help laughing out loud. The reason she did this was, first, to defend her dignity as a beautiful woman, and second, to see Li Pingfan's character. If his character was not good, she would never rent the house to him. However, after the test, she concluded that Li Pingfan's character was indeed good. Although his character was good, it could not change the fact that he was blind. Faced with the teasing of such a beautiful woman, he was not interested at all and was embarrassed. I won't disturb your rest. I'm here just to give you a mascot. As she said that, Song Wanling took out a small gift box from her pocket and put it on the table. Then she said hello and left first. It was not until Song Wanling left that Li Pingfan breathed a sigh of relief. It should be that he thought too much. Giving gifts, mascots, what are they? After the unboxing and evaluation experience, Li Pingfan is now curious about any unknown things. Especially this small gift box on the table. Bang! Just when Li Pingfan opened the gift box, he punched the table heavily with a solemn face. In the gift box, there was an Iron Man doll that was only the size of a palm. It's really exposed. Li Pingfan was very nervous. He was not a fool. Song Wanling's repeated actions didn't mean anything. Even now, they have sent the Iron Man doll to me. Are they waiting for me to confess? I'm going to die. Should I take action? Do I need to root out the problem? Li Pingfan was very conflicted. Song Wanling must have seen through his identity, but she not only did not point it out, but also took the initiative to show that she had known it for a long time. Could it be that she had no ill intentions? But regardless of whether she had any ill intentions or not, Li Pingfan couldn't stay here anymore. Go back. I have to go back first, no matter what I say today. After carrying his school bag, Li Pingfan left the rental house immediately. Just as he was waiting for the elevator door opened, and a short-haired woman in a black suit came out. The two did not have any extra communication, but just looked at each other lightly. One went out of the elevator and the other went in. That's all. The elevator door closed, and Li Pingfan slowly went down the elevator. The woman went straight to Song Wanling's house, and after knocking on the door a few times, the door opened in response. Miss Song, we met in the hospital before. I'm King Mui from Bial Palace. Oh, yes, I remember. Do you have something to talk to me about? Since Miss Song is the person who has been in contact with the Iron Man for the longest time, we have to observe you for a while. I hope you don't mind. I heard that your house is for rent. I want to rent it and stay for a while. It won't affect your normal life. King Mui said calmly. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just rented out the house. This. King Mui took out a stack of cash from her pocket, estimating that it was about 10,000 yuan. What a pity. According to the compensation algorithm of RBIR Palace for you, we wanted to rent it for 10,000 yuan a month. It seems that I can only rent a room downstairs. Wait, if Sister King Mui doesn't mind, there is another bedroom in my house. It's very clean. Li Pingfan returned to school with lingering fears. He just entered the dormitory and didn't expect that Wang Hao and Gao Shui, who were out on a date, were there. Are you too heartbroken? Didn't you go out camping with an umbrella today? You're back so soon. You two are nourishing your bodies even with breakfast now. When did you become so fast? These two always go out on dates. It's not normal for them to disappear for a day. When they are on dates, they are like evaporated from the face of the earth, and even the phone can't be reached. Brother fan, have we made you suffer during this period? Don't worry, brothers will definitely consider you a lot. Wang Heo, who was playing games in front of the computer, immediately turned around, put down the ranking game, and came to Pingfan. Yes, Leo fan, tell me what you want to eat. Today we too will treat you, and it's definitely not a full body feast. You too? What are you thinking? Pingfan put his school bag on the bed and asked curiously. Leo fan, let's discuss it. Can we clear the search history next time, after using the computer? Wang Heo asked with a wry smile. Oh. Pingfan suddenly realized. So, you are asking me if it is illegal to kill a roommate who is showing off his affection in the middle of the night. Chapter 10. The first evaluation task is completed. 9 days passed in a flash. After Pingfan rented the attic of Song Wanling's house and accepted her Iron Man gift, he never went there once. The sensation caused by the Iron Man review video on the internet began to gradually decrease. In the past 2 days, all major online forums could see posts discussing and analyzing the authenticity of the video. But after 9 days, the Wanji reviewer account that posted the Iron Man armor review video has not popped up again, and the craze has faded away bit by bit. After all, 9 days is a long time. Countless interesting and novel videos have emerged, and the seemingly crazy online platform has quickly returned to normal as time has passed. Although the Iron Man armor review video will still be clicked in and commented on from time to time every day, no one will believe that all this is true. After all, the real Iron Man news seen by those hikers has been blocked, and there has been no leaks. Moreover, even if they spread some of it on the internet, no one will believe it. Because after the Iron Man review video went viral on the internet, people said every day that they had seen Iron Man. Especially in the past few days, there would be some special effects videos made by some people popping up every day, in which he was either Iron Man or Iron Man's good friend. However, today, it was the day of the review again, but Pingfan was very distressed. Everyone in the dormitory was there. He didn't plan to go back to the rented loft for the time being. Why not go to a hotel? He couldn't just receive the review package through the space wormhole in front of everyone, and then expose his identity. Putting aside other things, exposing his identity to these animals in the same dormitory was not a big deal. The main thing was that once such explosive news was spread, they might not be able to accept it, and they had been hiding it from them for so long, and they would tear him apart if they knew it all at once. I say, what's wrong with you guys recently? We don't have many classes, and it's a bit inconsistent with your personality not to go out on a date. We are brothers. Why are you hanging out with their women every day? Wang Heo, who was playing games, turned around and raised his eyebrows and laughed. Oh, damn. Dare to steal the heads of my Zuan people, I'll kill you. What about you? Do you think we are brothers? Pingfan looked at Gao Shuwei, who was holding his mobile phone again. Nonsense. I'm not as hypocritical as Wang Heo. I'm studying. We are students, and our primary goal is to study. Oh. Pingfan nodded. It seems that the evaluation from Iron Man by Bayezhuan has been completed. Nonsense. I just updated to the Gao Cheo part. How can it be completed? Understand, if you didn't have an online novel on your phone, I would believe your lies. After sighing, Pingfan walked to the desk beside him, tore off a few A4 papers, and slapped the carbon pen heavily on the paper. Come on, each of you write an IOU. I have a small loan here. The maximum loan amount is 3,000 yuan. Pingfan rolled his eyes. He was too familiar with this group of friends. If it weren't for the fact that they went crazy to pick up girls at the beginning of the school year, they wouldn't be so poor and stuck in the dormitory now, and they even said that they were here to accompany their brothers through thick and thin. What the hell? When Gao Shuwei and Wang Heo heard 3,000 yuan, they turned over and ran to Pingfan as if they had been injected with chicken blood. Leo fan, no, brother fan, Mr. Fan, where did you get the money? Wang Heo asked in astonishment. Yes, Mr. Fan, you wouldn't go out and sell it. Bah. What are you selling? I won a lottery ticket, more than 10,000. Lend it to me, or I'll cancel the transaction, if you keep talking nonsense. Lend it, borrow it, really 3,000? Leo fan, brother fan, you are my brother, my uncle. Stop talking nonsense, doesn't your uncle have a blood clot in his brain? When the two took a pen to write their names, Pingfan transferred 3,000 yuan to each of them. Okay, it's done, brother fan, I'm leaving. I won't be staying in the dormitory tonight. Yes, I'm leaving too. This dormitory is your world. You can be as cool as you want. Didn't you agree to accompany your brothers? Yes, it's all women's fault. They tempted us and prevented us from accompanying our brothers, so I plan to overcome the temptation. Old Wang is smart, and he hit the nail on the head. The best way to overcome temptation is to face it. We will return successfully. That's right, we won't come back until we succeed. After the two of them finished talking, they quickly disappeared in the dormitory. Only two IOUs with only their names on the table were left. By the way, please write the IOUs for us. We can't help but overcome the temptation. Pingfan smiled helplessly, took the two pieces of paper in his hand, rolled them into a ball, and threw them into the trash can. What about you? Old song, do you want to sign a small loan too? No, it's not that I don't have money, I'm just tired. I go out every day to see fights and brawls, and my moral integrity is about to be corrupted. Songjae waved her hand and concentrated on skincare. Fight? Are there many fights on our campus? Yeah, every day those girls fight just to sit at the same table with me. It's so annoying. Damn, will I die if I don't pretend? Anyway, I'm not going out. Take a day off today. Songjae is rich, has been tempted for many years, and has long been trained to the state of no code in his heart. Little girls really can't attract him. After thinking about it, Pingfan took out his mobile phone and placed an order online and sighed. Alas, I won a ticket to the launch of the new products of Langshi men's skincare products, which is in Kyanda shopping mall. It seems that I can't go. It's invalid. What? When he heard that it was related to skincare, Songjae jumped up, but soon calmed down. Langshi is okay, but I often use SK second. Then are you going? Go. As a beauty blogger, I can't miss any skincare product launch conference. Fortunately, Pingfan has always grasped the fatal points of this group of alternatives in the dormitory. Done. The dormitory is safe again. Ding. Congratulations to the intern reviewer for completing the first review task. Let's take a look at the data generated in 10 days. Review video. Unboxing and reviewing Iron Man Mark 5 armor. Data shows. Play volume 1024W. Number of fan cards received 7033. Video likes 19W. Video barrage 78W. Total video revenue 1,013,577 W. S coins converted into 506,788.5 RMB. 50 WRMB has been reflected, and 6,788.5 RMB is waiting for withdrawal. Reviewers have achieved excellent results and can start the second internship review task. The internship review props are about to be delivered. Are you ready? After confirming that there was no one in the dormitory again and pulling the curtains, Pingfan let out a long sigh. Start receiving. Just like before. Above Pingfan's head, a space crack tore open out of thin air, and with a thud. This time, only a plain paper box about the size of a mobile phone box fell. Is this the prop for this review? Pingfan picked up the box before he could read what was written on it. The sound of a key being inserted into the socket and twisted came from the dormitory door, and then the door opened. Songjae, who had gone and returned, appeared at the door. He was stunned. He came back this time just to ask what time the press conference would start, but he didn't expect that the curtains of the dormitory would be drawn in broad daylight, and Pingfan stuffed a courier box into his arms with a guilty look on his face, looking at him vigilantly. Pingfan, you stole my package again. Chapter 11 seems to have missed the point. Nonsense. Take it out quickly, and I can consider not killing you. Songjae rushed over, pretending to snatch the express box from Pingfan's hand. Of course, he would not let Songjae snatch it away. This is really not your express. Nonsense. Do you need to feel so guilty about opening your own express? You locked the dormitory door and pulled the curtains in broad daylight. You must have secretly opened my express. Dang dang dang. Just when Li Pingfan wanted to explain, the dormitory door was knocked again. A young man in express work clothes stood at the door, looking at the two boys who were wrestling in the dormitory. Of course, the wrestling was not that kind of wrestling. Songja has always been more elegant, and he always takes a warm approach when he takes action. For example, now, he just wants to get back his express box. So, after he gently put Li Pingfan on the ground, he half stood on him and put his hand into Li Pingfan's arms. It was just because Li Pingfan held the express box in his arms. But this scene, it looks a bit tasteful. The curtains in the dormitory were drawn. In broad daylight, the scene of two men doing this kind of thing made people imagine. Excuse me, who is Mr. Songja? Here is your express delivery. See, I said it's not your express delivery. Li Pingfan pushed Songja away, but fortunately he didn't snatch it away. Otherwise, it would be hard to explain. You need to be so careful when opening your own express delivery. Songja stood up, complained, and went to sign the bill. Hey, what are you looking at? Why don't you leave after signing the bill? Do you want me to treat you to a meal? Songja muttered unhappily to the courier at the door who was gossiping. The courier smiled awkwardly, his eyes full of other feelings. Hey, no, you guys continue. Just pay attention to hygiene and safety. I'm leaving. Hey, what do you mean by continue? What do you mean by hygiene and safety? You should explain it to me clearly, or I can explain it to you clearly. Li Pingfan hurriedly stood up and pretended to chase after him. Misunderstanding. This is a huge misunderstanding, the kind that can't be cleared up, even if you jump into the Yellow River. Just as Li Pingfan ran over, he inadvertently caught a glimpse of the box in Songja's hand that was the same size as his own courier box. There was a list on it, and there were 4 words on the list that caught Li Pingfan's attention. Anti-wolf stockings. What the hell? Anti-wolf stockings? Where are there wolves in our dormitory? Li Pingfan forgot to chase the courier to explain, but couldn't help but fall into confusion. None of your business. Songja glanced at Li Pingfan warily, stuffed the courier box into his pocket, and walked out. By the way, I won't disturb you. Don't worry, you will be safe for the next 10 minutes, so you can do whatever you want. Remember to check the curtains again, and the things you buy online are hygienic. Don't you have hands? Why can't you be self-reliant? After saying that, Songja even considerately helped him close the door. Huh. What is the next 10 minutes? What is hygienic or not? Why do you have to be self-reliant? And what does that luck mean? Believe it or not, you will be hacked to death in a minute. Fuck, I misunderstood. I want to unbox. Li Pingfan took the courier box out of his arms and said half of the words, but he held them back. He really couldn't explain. Wait, did I miss something important? Stockings? Fuck, anti-wolf stockings. There are so many men in the dormitory who need stockings. There's something wrong with Leo Song. Li Pingfan, who was lying on the window, kept watching Songja disappear. He locked the dormitory door again and pulled a few chairs to block the door. Only then did he start to formally study the props that he was going to unbox and review today. What could such a small box be? Li Pingfan looked at the box in his hand with some curiosity. The box would come with a list of gifts, which could help Li Pingfan better understand the props that were about to be reviewed. Nano God level middle finger, also known as the nemesis of brain collapse, also known as my middle finger is invincible. Wow, what the hell? Why do the props in today's review seem a bit obedient? Nano God level middle finger. It is an entertaining self-defense product released by Cheodang Toy Technology Co. Limited in the future 2133. Wait, are you sure there is no typo in this self-defense? Isn't it the one that can be swallowed by the river crab beast at any time? Also, is this product a bit contradictory? Is it produced for self-defense or for entertaining the public? Faced with Li Pingfan's doubts, the system did not answer, but continued to explain this product. After owning this middle finger, will you still be afraid of others giving you the middle finger? Our middle finger is the strongest in history. It has a nano recognition system. After activation, this device can be put on the finger for use, and it will be covered with a layer of energy armor. It has the function of importing elements such as electricity, flames, and water sources, which can be converted into elemental attacks. If no element are introduced, this middle finger still has extremely powerful defense and attack power, and the defense and attack power values generated are hundreds of times higher, based on the wearer's physical fitness. Put on this middle finger with nanotechnology, call your friends, and play the game of flicking forehead happily together. This product is suitable for people over 5 years old. What a sickness. After listening to the introduction of this product, Pingfan felt like crying. Are you sure that, after wearing this middle finger, you will not directly flick people's heads when playing the game of flicking foreheads with your friends? Moreover, it can also import and transform electricity, flames, water and other element to transform attacks. Is Cheodong Company really a serious company? This kind of lethal individual weapon can be played as a toy by a 5-year-old child? It will be fatal. In the future world, how happy will the naughty children be, and how broken will the parents be? Sympathy. But the future is not important to him. There are still more than 100 years left, and it is unlikely that he will live to see it, leaving only his descendants to worry about it. This task, video playback volume exceeds 1 million, video likes exceed 100,000, video comments exceed 50,000. 10 days, we will see the result in 10 days. Please cheer for the reviewers. Wooking, didn't you only require 10,000 video playbacks last time? How many times has it increased? However, the system ignored Pingfan's better complaints. Next, we can only start the formal evaluation. Oh my god. It's not realistic to evaluate this middle finger in the dormitory. In addition to nanotechnology, it is also necessary to test its own attack power. It seems that we can only go to the old place before. He put on his backpack, which contained not only this new prop that had not been unboxed, but also Iron Man's transformation suitcase. He then set off to the Wild Mountain, where the field compatibility of Iron Man's armor was evaluated before. At the same time, on the road near the Wild Mountain range, a black Bentley car stopped by the roadside. Master, we are here. After 9 days of sleepless analysis, we finally confirmed one thing. Chapter 12 New evaluation item, God level middle finger. The main driver's door opened, and a man who looked like a butler got out of the car and took the initiative to open the door of the back seat. At the same time, a young man in a neat suit and handsome appearance walked down. If Pingfan was here, or if Pingfan's roommates were here, they would definitely recognize him. This person is Mr. Zhao, the richest man who is popular on Station 8. At the same time, he is also a crazy fan of Iron Man. The last time, his handmade Iron Man Mark 1 armor was drowned out by the Mark 5 review video, before it became popular. However, Mr. Zhao was not angry, especially after seeing the next review video. He became more and more convinced that the video was real, just because he loved Iron Man so much, so he didn't feel sorry, even if he spent $1 million to reward him. The next part of the Iron Man armor review video was conducted here, but there is no way to determine which mountain it was conducted on. The location he chose was a wild mountain, except for the scenic spot Mount Baguniang. All other mountains are wild mountains. The housekeeper explained, Master, I should say something that I shouldn't say. The authenticity of the video cannot be completely confirmed. Moreover, even if it is true, although they will conduct the next review in 10 days, they may not come here again. After all, the previous video was reviewed indoors. Aren't you useless? It took 9 days to determine the approximate location. Mr. Zhao rolled his eyes. The housekeeper wanted to cry, but had no tears. There are countless mountains in China. It is not easy for them to analyze the approximate location in 9 days. How can they care about so many things? It's exhausting. It depends on luck. We will each have a mountaintop. If we happen to meet that person, please contact him by phone in time, and remember to turn on the satellite positioning. Hello everyone, I'm the Wanji reviewer. It has been 10 days since the last review of the Iron Man Mark 5 armor. We meet again. Unlike the last time he reviewed the Iron Man armor, Pingfan changed the mountaintop this time. A more rugged and more difficult to climb mountaintop. He chose this place mainly because the nearby mountains are rich in minerals, forming a magnetic field here, which can ensure signal failure. Therefore, He does not have to worry about meeting any hikers. Anyway, for him, no matter how rugged the wild mountain is, no matter how difficult it is to climb, with the Iron Man armor, it is like walking on flat ground. The video recorder flew high into the sky under his control. Pingfan, whose image and sound were blurred, stood in front of the camera, holding the cardboard box he had just received today. Before unboxing, let me give you a brief introduction. This prop is from 2133, produced by a company called Cheodang Toy Technology Co Limited. The Nano God level middle finger. As the name suggests, this item has nanotechnology, and I think everyone should be familiar with nanotechnology. Okay, without further ado, I will start unboxing now, and then give a detailed introduction and evaluation after unboxing. After saying that, Pingfan, who did not hesitate, opened the carton casually. While opening it, he also operated the video recorder to take a close-up of the inside of the carton. Inside the carton, there was a bronze ring with carved patterns. As you can see, this is the God level middle finger with nanotechnology, a product of the future world. Of course, you can only buy it if you are over 5 years old. Pingfan introduced it and picked up the ring. The ring is not heavy, and it uses a unique memory metal, so you don't need to worry about whether the ring is suitable for your finger. The totem pattern carved on it is very unique and exquisite. It seems that the aesthetics of the future world is not too backward. Now, let's experience the feeling of getting started. Pingfan put the ring on the middle finger of his left hand. As he put it on, the ring glowed, and soon, a cyan finger sleeve covered his right hand. After the finger sleeve is covered with the clothes, it gives people a heavy feeling, which is far less wonderful and comfortable than the feeling of Iron Man's armor. However, it is acceptable. Now let me introduce the ability of this ring in detail. First of all, it is made by a toy technology company. The slogans are, after having a God level middle finger, are you still worried about someone giving you the middle finger? / hurry up and pull your friends. Let's have fun with brain explosion together. I don't know why. These two slogans are a little embarrassing. But Pingfan is a professional unboxing review up master, so no matter how embarrassing it is, he will try his best to satisfy it. Ability introduction. The God level middle finger is a high-tech product that combines entertainment and self-defense. After the coverage is completed, it has powerful defense and attack capabilities. The defense and attack capabilities are based on the physical fitness of the wearer, showing 100 or hundreds of times improvement. Let's test the attack capability now. As he said, Pingfan, who had put on the middle finger, walked to a big tree with a diameter of about 20 centimeters. Everyone, watch it. The voice fell. Pingfan made a head smacking motion, and after accumulating strength for a moment, he slammed it out. Bang. When the middle finger covered with the finger glove hit the tree trunk, there was a sound like a hammer hitting it. Crack. This tree trunk, which was 20 centimeters thick, was directly broken by Pingfan's finger. I feel that my strength has not reached its limit. Damn. So brutal. Is it really suitable for head smacking? Then I will have a concussion. Won't my brain be splattered? There is another huge rock weighing about 1,000 pounds over there. Let's try it. This time I'm going to try my best. Pingfan walked to a huge rock that was more than half a person's height, accumulated strength again, and after a long breath, he slammed it out. Bang. It fell with a loud noise. The huge rock in front of him was broken into countless small stones by Pingfan's finger, and scattered all over the ground. Dust was everywhere. The killing power was terrible. No matter how hard a person's head is, it can't be stronger than this huge rock. Unless the human brains of 100 years from now have evolved bones harder than diamonds. True future man Ironhead baby. The attacking ability is obvious. Everyone should be able to see it. As for the defensive power, I will take off the finger sleeve now, and you can tell by looking at my fingers. After taking off the God level middle finger, Pingfan's finger was still intact, without any redness, swelling or any signs of abnormality. Next, let me introduce another function of this God level middle finger. It can absorb elements including electricity, fire, and water, and transform them into certain elemental attack capabilities. I don't know what the specific effect is, so I will demonstrate it to you now. After putting on the God level middle finger again, Pingfan took out a bottle of mineral water from his bag. Due to certain limitations of the venue, electricity cannot be absorbed, and flames cannot be ignited in the mountains and forests. Here is a point of knowledge. Everyone must remember not to bring open flames when going up the mountain. Protect the mountains and forests, and protect our world. After casually talking about positive energy, Pingfan inserted his finger into the water bottle. Sure enough, the whole bottle of water was completely absorbed by the finger in just a few seconds. After the absorption, the finger sleeve showed a layer of light blue light, and the next moment, a stream of water spurted out from the fingers. The water column fell on a tree trunk not far away, and directly pierced a tree trunk as thick as a bowl. Ahem. The effect is very good, and a bottle of water should not be the limit of absorption. Of course, I think everyone will only suspect that there is a container in this finger that can hold the water in the bottle. I can't explain it. After all, when everyone lives to 2133, they will witness the birth of this magical product. But just now, I came up with a brand new idea. Chapter 13: The disaster caused by the god-level middle finger. At the same time, with Pingfan at the most steep mountain as a center, there were people searching on several nearby wild mountains. Of course, it was not just Mr. Zhao and his housekeeper. The Biao Palace organization headed by the short-haired woman also found out about this place early and sent people to squat and interrogate the nearby wild mountains, trying to find the mysterious person who evaluated Iron Man. If the mountain chosen by Pingfan was not too steep and difficult to climb up by manpower, and in order not to alert the enemy, they could not borrow too much mountaineering equipment, they would have arranged people to go up long ago. Could it be that he didn't come here for the evaluation this time? After all, the first evaluation of that person was conducted indoors, and the second evaluation was because he had to test the attack and flight capabilities of the armor, so he had no choice but to come out. Whether he will come here for the evaluation or not, we can't miss this opportunity. Stay here, at least until tomorrow. If he still hasn't come, we can retreat. The short-haired woman said coldly and ruthlessly to the intercom. The competition among the three palaces is very intense. The Biao Palace is now weak and far inferior to the other two palaces in terms of strength, so the only way is to be more diligent. If this person with steel armor can join their Biao Palace, it can also relieve the pressure from the other two palaces. After squatting for a long time, not even a shadow was seen among the people in the Biao Palace, except for the short-haired female team leader King Mi. Everyone else became lax. It is definitely no one. I'm not stupid. Do I need to come to this mountain every day to evaluate? That's right. This mountain road is so difficult to walk. Who would come here? Even birds don't come to shit. Quack quack quack, a crow flew over in the sky, its tail raised, and a plop dripped a pool of white ice cream, which happened to fall on the head of the man in the black suit, which was particularly eye-catching. Ahem, this is a complete coincidence. If there is really someone here, how can there be no movement at all? It's too quiet, even the sound of the wind seems so clear. Boom. Before the man in black could finish his words, he was interrupted by a loud noise that sounded like 10 days of thunder. Not far away, an explosion occurred on the top of the steepest and tallest wild mountain. That's right, an explosion. A mushroom-like airwave rushed up into the sky with soil, stone chips, and grass leaves. Then, under the airwave, balls of flames rolled up. The flames were surging, and the momentum was surging. This was a big explosion. The top of the steep mountain seemed to be swallowed up by the explosion, or even completely flattened. Everyone's eyes were attracted by the explosion, looking at the sky-high waves and the surging flames. Whoosh! A figure, a person wearing red and silver steel armor, soared into the sky and rushed into the sky. It's over, it's over, it's over. Iron Man, it's really Iron Man. He's really doing a review here. Could it be that this explosion that destroyed the mountain was caused by Iron Man? It's so scary. What on earth did this madman do? Pingfan, wearing Iron Man armor, soared into the sky and instantly became the focus of all the people who were searching for him. There were joys and sorrows. The joy was that they finally saw Iron Man with their own eyes, proving that Iron Man really existed, and everything was confirmed. The worry was that this shocking explosion came too suddenly, and the fire spread very quickly. If it couldn't be controlled, it would be a fire. Even King Mi, the captain of the Biao Palace law enforcement team, who had seen many scenes, was stunned for a while when she suddenly encountered this explosion. But she reacted quickly. Take out the walkie-talkie, contact the firefighters immediately, put out the forest explosion immediately, and strictly control the blockade of the news. It must be as soon as possible, and this forest fire cannot spread. Once it spreads, then the news would be impossible to control, and Iron Man would be the target of public criticism. Even if they wanted to win him over, it would be difficult to control the direction of public opinion. At this moment, before King Mui could fully come up with a plan, Iron Man came back. He stood in the air above the flames, raised his palm, and raised a middle finger. The scene was particularly weird. Middle finger, this is a bit weird. After such a serious explosion, he still raised the middle finger for fun. He is so bold. Boss, what did you do? This is too scary. King Mui was a little tearful. If she didn't find a way to remedy the situation, it would really be irreversible. Just when King Mui took out a loudspeaker and wanted to communicate with Iron Man, she saw Iron Man's raised middle finger gushing out streams of clear springs. The clear water, like a heavy rain, fell madly, ruthlessly extinguishing the flames in the mountains and forests. Half an hour ago, Pingfan, who had just finished evaluating the function of the nano god level middle finger to absorb and transform water element, had an interesting idea in his mind. Although it was crazy, it was indeed interesting. The nano god level middle finger can absorb and transform element. At the moment, he had no way to test the flame element and the electric energy element. In order to make the video more realistic, Pingfan's eyes fell on the Iron Man suit not far away. This suit of armor comes with a palladium arc reactor, and palladium belongs to the 5th period of platinum element. Isn't it also an element? Can it be absorbed in the same way? Yes, it was this suicidal idea that caused the next almost uncontrollable situation. When the god level middle finger touched the arc reactor of the iron suit, it immediately absorbed and transformed the rich palladium element inside. When the transformation began, Pingfan realized a loophole in this god level finger. That is, although it has the ability to transform element, it cannot be stored for a long time. That is, after the palladium element is absorbed, it will surge out in a very short time. That's why, when the explosion caused a fire, Pingfan didn't choose to use his god level middle finger to absorb the flames, because after absorbing them, he had to release the flame element in his middle finger to his back. He didn't control the restless and energy accumulating palladium element, and the god level middle finger burst out a devastating attack. As a result, the entire hill where he was almost flattened, leaving a large pit about 10 meters deep. Although it caused such a large-scale explosion, the palladium element he absorbed was less than 1/10 of the arc reactor. Fortunately, when he absorbed the palladium element, he needed to wear armor, otherwise, the explosion would be enough to send him to the west, seeking death. I'm afraid that's what I mean. After watching the flames being completely extinguished, Pingfan breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, palladium is not a radioactive element, otherwise my sin would be too deep. Although Pingfan saved the forest fire that would cause great losses in time, he still felt a lingering fear. It's too scary. Although this middle finger is strong, it is not suitable for people to play with. How masochistic will people in the future be? Is this kind of thing really suitable for people over the age of 5 to play? The review is over. This middle finger is crazy. Chapter 14. Another internet sensation. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming with the review video. The uploader is very conscientious. I haven't watched the video yet, but I'm a little bit looking forward to it. I don't know what type of review this time will be. I don't like the content. I mainly like special effects. Can you review a completely simulated lolly robot? It's very considerate, can speak foreign languages, and responds to the owner's requests. I suspect that the upstairs is driving. I don't have so many requirements, I just want to learn foreign languages. Poor expression. Fuck, I don't suspect that the upstairs is driving. I suspect that the uploader is driving. No, you are driving. I have evidence. Don't say anything else. Just the introduction of this issue's review props. I love it. Really love it. It's a high-tech product that combines entertainment and self-defense, or it's a toy. I don't think it's wrong. A noun, a verb, collide together to make a verb hit a verb. Hi. Is the uploader sure that this prop is only developed by a toy technology company, not a movie prop company? For example, a low-cost fast-paced movie? The above analysis is very thorough, seeing the essence through the phenomenon. Can I follow the above and then borrow a video to talk? Uploader, please don't lie to us. Was this thing really invented by Superhole Company in 2133? There should be some bottom line for nonsense. I don't believe that humans can master nanotechnology more than 100 years later, and it is mastered by a toy company. If I don't see this product come out in 2133, uploader, be careful that I will throw it into your ancestral grave. Uploader, be more rigorous in your words. Be careful that the grass on your grave will be 3 feet high in advance. It's funny that so many people are waiting for a special effects uploader. The previous video is also a special effect. Can't you see this? I'm still the reviewer of all worlds. I'm the most powerful boss in the world. Who hasn't read an online article? The above is so domineering. Why did you grab the 32nd floor? Don't you feel slapped in the face? Fuck, my mother, my whole family. This video is too. If this is a special effect, it will definitely beat all the TV special effects of tearing the devils apart. The Supmaster is really the most unpretentious special effect anchor I follow. Although you like to brag and say that the finger sleeves come from a world more than 100 years later, but just based on your special effect, I will vote for you with my only remaining 10 S coins. Invincible. This special effect is really invincible. If it is a special effect, then I will like you as the original author of the video. If it is real, then I will criticize you. The whole mountain has been razed to the ground. Are you kidding? Same question. A bug. If the finger sleeves can absorb and convert element, why don't they absorb the flames when the explosion causes the flames to burn? Why bother to absorb water resources? The above nitpicker, the author of the video, has stated that he did not know at first that the element absorbed by the finger sleeves needed to be released as soon as possible. If they absorbed fire, it would be a disaster, no matter where they went, but water resources would be relatively better, and it would be a heavy rain at most. The above idiots, you have to be so fussy about a special effects video. As for rational analysis, can't you just watch it for fun? What kind of disaster are you analyzing? Oh, how much energy does it take to flatten a mountain? Do you know? If it really happened, would you think there was no news on the internet? Just now, there was a shocking loud noise here, very suddenly, not long before the video was uploaded, but the internet quickly refuted the rumor, saying that several unfinished buildings were demolished by blasting, and the coordinates were Jiangnan City. That's right, I'm also from Jiangnan City. I was really scared to death when I heard the loud noise just now, but it should be a coincidence. It must be a coincidence. For this video, I only admit that his special effects are awesome, and nothing else is good. On the way back, Pingfan quickly edited the video and uploaded it to the 8-station platform on time. Perhaps because of the popularity of the last time, this video has caused widespread discussion, only after it was uploaded for a short time. He did not edit too much in the video, and filmed the scene of absorbing and converting the palladium element, and causing the explosion. Of course, it also includes the scene where he used the water element with his god-level middle finger to settle the crisis. In order to maintain his reputation, this scene is indispensable. It's really inhumane. This broken finger sleeve is so overbearing. It's really not suitable for children to play with. After the evaluation, after using the finger sleeve to solve the fire, Pingfan immediately took it off, and didn't dare to wear it on his hand again, because you don't know what will happen. Once you accidentally absorb some uncontrollable element, it will be another devastating disaster. By the way, doesn't the system say that the evaluation props belong to the evaluator? If the evaluator doesn't like or doesn't need it, it can be replaced. Thinking of this, Pingfan, who was about to go to the school, turned around and went to a hotel not far away. He had no way of guaranteeing whether the group of animals in the dormitory would go back, so he could only go to a hotel first and get rid of the domineering ring. System, come out quickly. After checking in, Pingfan carefully placed the ring in its original form on the table and began to call the system. At your service. The public opinion caused by the review video of the reviewer this time is very good and deserves encouragement. Encourage your sister. Do you know what it caused? It was just a little bit away, and it would be an irreversible fire. Is this thing still a toy? Toy fart. I'm afraid it's a toy in terms of destroying the world. In short, I don't need this thing. Can't I return it for a replacement? Return it to me quickly. At your service. The props obtained by the reviewer can be returned to this system in two ways. One is the discount method, in which this system evaluates the review props and then gives the reviewer a certain amount of financial compensation. The other is the replacement method, through the evaluation of the review props by this system, and then gives the reviewer another prop. Please consider it seriously. The system's proposal is still very humane. However, after Pingfan asked what the economic compensation value was, he chose the second method without even thinking about it. That's right, the currency value in the future world is completely inconsistent with the present world. 1,000 yuan in the future world belongs to the millionaires in the present world. Since this finger sleeve is only sold for 1,000 yuan in 2133, if Pingfan chooses the first method, he can only get 1,000 yuan in compensation. The system does not consider whether the value of the currency has changed. Relatively speaking, the second method is more suitable for him who now has hundreds of thousands. Host, please throw the original prop back into the space wormhole. This system will randomly select an evaluation prop for the host and prepare to receive it. Wait, can't I make a choice? If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 15, Preparations by all parties. Did you see it? Did you see it? I told you that Iron Man is real, and he is in Jiangnan City. On the roadside, Mr. Zhao shook the butler's shoulders frantically, his face full of expectation, and even his eyes were filled with excited tears. Master, although I'm older than you, I'm not blind. I could still see the situation before. Sure enough, I knew that Iron Man is real. Who dares to say that Iron Man is just a product of virtual comics or movies? He really lives in the present world. Mr. Zhao was very excited. This excitement was hard to describe. He couldn't help but wander around the road. I want to settle down in Jiangnan City. What? Master, but there are still hundreds of millions of assets waiting for you to inherit, all postponed. But, Master, when you were a video anchor, you also signed a lot of hotels, waiting for you to spend lavishly. If you don't go back, it will be considered a breach of contract. Breach of contract, then breach of contract. If any hotel dares to say something unhappy, just buy them out. Well, then okay. Mr. Zhao was reluctant to leave. Jiangnan City is not a city with a high consumption level in the whole of China. But, for Mr. Zhao, the consumption level is completely external. After all, not everyone can take a few thousand yuan a bottle of drinking water to take a bath. At least Pingfan, who made hundreds of thousands of yuan through a video, doesn't dare to do so. He doesn't have the ability. Captain King Mui, it is indeed true. I didn't expect Iron Man to actually exist. Even though there was nothing wrong with the previous video, I was still skeptical at that time. It's really hard to believe when I say this. Yes, this scene completely subverts imagination. It is completely different from the feeling seen in the video. It is extraordinary to experience it in person. Captain, I have another question. The Iron Man in the previous video review was already so powerful. Now in this review video, that person has obtained a product from the future world. Could it be true, too? In the past, you might think it was a gimmick to deceive people, but now I believe it. Let alone something that will happen more than 100 years later. Even if he says it will happen 1,000 years later, I will believe it. After all, do you think the Iron Man armor can be created in just over 100 years? I remain skeptical. That's right. This person is really mysterious. It's really scary that we still don't know his true identity. Apply to the superiors and mobilize all resources to find out the identity of this person as soon as possible. The previous Iron Man evaluation video may not have attracted the attention of the other two palaces, but this issue of the god level middle finger that caused an uproar on the internet is extraordinary. King Mui put down her phone. She had just finished watching the video uploaded by Pingfan on the evaluation of the nano god level middle finger. The props in the video are made of memory metal and have nanotechnology. In the current world, this is far more attractive than a set of steel armor. Moreover, it is not just that. The finger sleeve can also absorb and transform element. If it is just electricity, water, and fire, it is fine. Even the original energy of Iron Man's armor, palladium element, can be absorbed and transformed. Horrible. If someone gets this nano god level middle finger, use it to absorb 1 kilogram of uranium. If it can be converted into attack element and released, then the energy released after the fission of 1 kilogram of uranium will be equivalent to the energy released when 20,000 tons of TNT explosives explode. Captain, I'm afraid it's not so easy to control the news of this incident. After all, it's hard to imagine that a mountain was razed to the ground. Yes, this guy's too dangerous, especially when he took out the god level middle finger for evaluation this time. Not to mention the absorption ability, the physical fitness that has been improved, can kill us one by one. Indeed, King Mui also considered this. Things are not easy to control. Isn't there a meteorite falling from the sky in Biao Palace? In my name, apply to the highest level leaders of Biao Palace to move out the meteorite. This mountain was caused by the impact of the meteorite. It has nothing to do with the god level middle finger described in the evaluation video. What? Captain, that meteorite was left by your father. If we use it as an exposure point, we will lose our absolute ownership of the meteorite. Once exposed, the meteorite falling from outer space will become a shared resource, and personnel from the other two palaces can also intervene in the investigation. Let the senior management of Biao Palace contact some authoritative experts to dispel the rumors and prove that the images in the video are all fake. The reason why the mountain exploded and was razed to the ground was because of the meteorite falling. No one should say anything more and do as required. There is no other way. King Mui wants to gamble, and the only capital she can gamble is a meteorite in Biao Palace. After leaving the hotel, Pingfan couldn't go back to the dormitory because it was already 10:30 in the evening. Pingfan, who had never stayed out all night in 2 years of college, obviously didn't know that the dormitory management uncle had this rigid requirement. After 10:30, the dormitory door will never be opened again, no matter who you are, because your uncle is always your uncle. Damn, ruthless. Even more ruthless. After he replaced the nano god level middle finger with the system, he did not get the replaced props immediately because the system detected that he could obtain the evaluation props again before the end of the evaluation cycle and accidentally triggered a new branch task. Do a new unboxing evaluation. The evaluation video of the branch task needs to complete the results of the original main task evaluation video within 3 days. That is to say, the unknown props he is about to review need to have 1 million views, 100,000 likes, and 50,000 comments within 3 days. If the task is completed, he can regain the props originally used for exchange. That is to say, the nano god level middle finger will belong to him again. Pingfan really doesn't want this thing. That is no different from a time bomb, but fate is hard to defy. Maybe this is fate. Pingfan, who couldn't get into the dormitory, planned to get a room again. Unexpectedly, as soon as he arrived at the hotel, he found that his ID card was lost. This pitfall and unlucky day. I really want to have another place to go. Pingfan, who really didn't want to sleep on a recliner on the street or in an internet cafe for a night, thought of the attic he had rented for 9 days. After paying the rent and signing the contract, he was a legal occupant, so no matter how late he went back, he should be in line with the requirements. Well, just make do for one night, don't leave your bag, and the Iron Man suitcase shouldn't be discovered. After making the decision, Pingfan immediately set off and went to the community where he rented a house. The moment the key was inserted into the lock, before he could twist it, the door opened. The person who appeared at the door was Song Wanling, wearing a t-shirt with Iron Man printed on it. The moment their eyes met, both of them blushed, especially Pingfan. Is this girl hinting at me? Chapter 16. Identity at Risk. T-shirts and pajamas with Iron Man patterns, and the Iron Man doll sent to the attic. Moreover, as the door opened, Lee Pingfan looked into the room under the attic. In just 9 days, the room that was originally full of warmth is now covered with various posters of Iron Man. Sofas, coffee tables, dining tables. As long as you can see the furniture, it is related to Iron Man, either printed with Iron Man photos, or with Iron Man element. There is even a 1-to-1 simulation of Iron Man armor model in the room. Is this girl planning to transform her home into Iron Man? Isn't this a hint? No, this is clearly a clear indication. If Song Wanling knows her identity and hasn't said it yet, then is it giving herself another chance? By the way, after all, I once turned into Iron Man to save her. I have something to confess. I want to tell you something. The two spoke almost at the same time, and what they said was the same. Sure enough, this girl is going to point it out. Lee Pingfan was very excited. What after the point? Seeing how obsessed she is with Iron Man now, will she pledge herself to him? Probably. I think so. What should I do then? Should I agree, or refuse and then agree? Do you have something to say too? Do you already know everything? Song Wanling asked in surprise. Let's talk about it outside. Song Wanling looked inside the room cautiously, then took Lee Pingfan's arm, walked out, and closed the door. Here is 5,000 yuan. What? Lee Pingfan took several steps back. Who do you think I am? I won't do such a thing. Song Wanling's face was full of black lines. Listen to me first. There is a new tenant in my house, and her rent is a little higher. If she talks about the rent with you, please keep it a secret. Please, please. That's it? Yes, that's it. You seem very disappointed. Wait, what did you say you wanted to confess before? Tell me, did you break the furniture? I tell you, if you did, you have to pay according to the price. Song Wanling said sternly. Damn. Lee Pingfan cursed in his heart. Looking at the stupid woman's appearance, she should not know her identity. It was so scary. Forget it. I'll go back and rest. Lee Pingfan was not polite at all. He put away the 5,000 yuan handed by the woman and pretended to walk into the room. Wait. Song Wanling grabbed Lee Pingfan's shoulder. People's curiosity was aroused. If they couldn't get the answer, they would have a sleepless night. What do you want to confess? Tell me, are you a burglar? You sneaked around us under the guise of renting a house and then wanted to attack us? Or, are you coveting my beauty? Or, tell me, what do you want to confess? Lee Pingfan also admired Song Wanling's paranoia. Okay, what I want to confess is, didn't you ask me if I could see you clearly? I lied to you, but I can. Lee Pingfan made up an excuse. Before Song Wanling said what she wanted to say, Lee Pingfan was going to confess his identity. After hearing Lee Pingfan's words, Song Wanling took 2 steps back and looked at him. Do you like me? After a moment, Song Wanling suddenly said this. What? I'm telling you, it's impossible for us. I have someone I like. Let me tell you quietly, the person I like, he is Miss Song. Before Song Wanling finished her words, another short-haired woman walked out of the room. Hey, Sister King Mei, let me introduce you. This is our roommate. Roommate, can you introduce yourself? What's your name? It seems that Lee Pingfan has indeed thought too much. This girl clearly didn't even remember her own name, so how could she know her identity? Lee Pingfan. King Mei. Where did you go, Mr. Lee? You came back so late. Did you go hiking? King Mei quickly found the dirt and grass leaves stuck on Lee Pingfan's shoes. No, I went for a walk by the lake in the park. Was she going for a walk so late? My grandma lived to be 108 years old. Is she so long-lived because she went for a walk so late? No, because my grandma doesn't like to meddle in other people's business. That's right. Lee Pingfan looks good. He has always boasted that Song Jen is only a little worse than him, and he is not bragging. It's just that he is too lazy to dress up and has a low EQ. In his eyes, no matter if you are a beauty or not, as long as you are a person, if you dare to confront me, I will confront you in minutes. Just like now. King Mei wanted to say something, but was speechless after being confronted by Lee Pingfan. I'll go back first. Good night. As soon as Lee Pingfan left, King Mei stopped Song Wanling, who wanted to go into the house with him. Miss Song, do you remember what you promised me? Your wonderful experience before must not be leaked. You should understand the seriousness of the matter. King Mui said coldly. Sorry, Sister King Mui, I just couldn't help it, but don't worry, I will never leak it. Well, if this happens again next time, we can only take coercive measures against you. After saying that, King Mui turned around and went back to the room. As soon as she entered the room, King Mui locked the door and drew the curtains. She took out her mobile phone and sent a message. The target has appeared, but it is not 100% certain. Immediately monitor and check the intersections around the wild mountain where the evaluation anchor appeared. I will send the detailed information of the suspected target. Li Pingfan has attracted the attention of the organization called Biao Palace, but he obviously doesn't know all this. Although his appearance and voice in the evaluation video have been virtualized. But the problem is that the background in the evaluation video has not changed. Especially when they were in the wild mountains, there was no cover at all. Of course, Li Pingfan did not expect this. After all, there are countless mountains and forests in China. He thought that it was impossible to lock the direction based on the images revealed in the background of the video. Ding. Just when King Mui sent the message, she received another message. Captain King Mui, after investigation, we found the same bedsheet as the background of the first evaluation video in the male dormitory of Jiangnan University City. It should be distributed uniformly by Jiangnan University. After seeing this message, King Mui became more and more excited. Help me find all the traces and routes of the suspected target within 10 days, no, 20 days, and check them bit by bit. There must be no omissions. 20 days, Captain, it shouldn't take. After all, the last evaluation video was 10 days ago. Do as I say. After replying again, King Mui turned off her phone, opened the curtains, and looked at the deep night. She no longer had any cards to gamble. I just hope that the meteorite thrown out this time can delay the other two palaces. Chapter 17 Review, Ocean Home. This was destined to be a sleepless night. King Mui couldn't sleep because her people put down all their work and began to pay attention to Li Pingfan's movements that could be found through surveillance in the past 20 days. 80% is him. The day before the release of the next episode of the Iron Man armor review video, Li Pingfan took a bus to the Wild Mountain. Today's review video of the Nano God level middle finger was also conducted on the Wild Mountain, and Li Pingfan left school on time and went there again. All signs indicate that he is the mysterious Wanji reviewer. Looking at the clock hanging on the wall, it was already past 3 in the morning, and King Mui still hadn't slept. She was very entangled. Should I go to Li Pingfan now to tell him? But at the same time I was worried that, if I told him directly, it would be too reckless. Captain, there is no way to keep the meteorite falling secret. The other two palaces have sent people to Pingfan. Pingfan is their nickname for the wild mountain that Li Pingfan moved to the top of the mountain. I know. There are many experts on this trip. I think, in 1 or 2 days at most, they will be able to confirm that the destruction on Pingfan was definitely not caused by the impact of the meteorite. There are too many uncontrollable factors involved. The top leaders of Biao Palace have issued the final order. If they can't convince the mysterious man in 1 or 2 days, they will take extreme measures. No, he is very mysterious. The 2 evaluation props he has taken out now are beyond our current civilization. If we tear our faces apart, it will not do us any good. Captain, but the pressure from above is too great. After all, if we don't get a reward for handing over a meteorite like this, we can only take extreme measures. After hearing the extreme measures mentioned again on the other end of the phone, King Mui's face suddenly changed, and she understood something in an instant. Tell the top leaders that Li Pingfan is just a suspected target, and it cannot be confirmed that he is him. Moreover, don't do anything to his family, understand? Extreme measures. King Mui believes that the top leaders of Biao Palace will not fail to notice the pressure brought by Li Pingfan. Whether it is the Iron Man armor or the Nano God level middle finger, it is not easy to deal with. If they can't deal with it, they can only choose coercion. And the best way is to exploit Li Pingfan's weakness. Captain, I will try my best to delay. You have to hurry up too. After hanging up the phone, King Mui knew how serious the situation was. There is no time to consider whether it is reckless or not. I must talk to him today. King Mui sighed by the window, and just as she was about to reach out to pull the curtains again, she suddenly saw a flash of fire rushing towards the sky. With a whoosh, it disappeared in the blink of an eye. In the firelight, there was a person wearing red and silver armor. Is it him? King Mui hurriedly ran out of the room, carefully came to Li Pingfan's attic, and opened the door. King Mui, who came from the Biao Palace, could open a safe in just a few minutes even without the key, so a door really couldn't stop her. Sure enough, the room was empty, and there were signs that the window had just been opened. If the previous information about his whereabouts was only 80% certain, then now, 99% can be sure that it was him. For the remaining 1%, Li Pingfan only needs to admit it himself, or see him dressed once. Immediately, help me find a way, no matter what channel, to find the whereabouts of Iron Man. Yes, just now, he left again dressed up. That's right. It was indeed Li Pingfan who left in the Iron Man armor. After arriving at the attic, he chose to receive the new evaluation props sent by the system. A moment later, Li Pingfan appeared on the high seas again. At this moment, he landed on an isolated island within the high seas. The video recorder flew out of his palm, soared into the air, and turned on the all-round video recording function. Hello everyone, I'm the Wanji reviewer. According to the original plan, we should meet 10 days after the god level middle finger review video is uploaded, but unfortunately, I have an extra review task here. The things have not been received yet. As you can see, I'm on a deserted island in the sea at the moment. I believe you can guess that the props for this temporary review are related to the ocean. To be more precise, the props reviewed today can only exist on the sea. In the future world, the population explosion is still a problem, but the land occupies only 29.2% of the entire Earth's area, and in this 29.2% of the land area, the environment suitable for human habitation is only half. In the future world, the ocean has developed into another major environment for human survival. Next, the props we are going to review and welcome come from 2533, developed by an ecological technology company called Greenland Nanshan, called Ocean Home. More than 500 years later, it will be the home of human beings and the ocean in the future world. Through a special metal, developed by the future world, this bunker can float above the sea. Let's look forward to it and welcome it together. After saying that, Li Pingfan, wearing the Iron Man armor, flew into the air. After leaving the island, he found a suitable location in the middle of the ocean. The reason why he failed to receive the props in advance was because of this reason. The props to be evaluated are too large, so at least 30,000 square meters of receiving range must be prepared. After all, this is an ocean floating bunker that can be used for human survival. The bunker we are evaluating this time is the smallest one in the Ocean Home series in the future world, with a total area of 15,000 square meters, which can accommodate 1,500 people at the same time. I believe that everyone should be looking forward to it like me now. Be prepared, don't blink, it's coming. The voice fell. Li Pingfan officially began to receive the Ocean Home bunker for this evaluation. In the night sky full of stars, a huge hole was torn out of thin air, as if half of the sky was torn apart. Through the huge hole, one can see the deep darkness, like an abyss appearing in the sky. Just staring at it will give people a desolate and cold feeling. It's like being in an ice cellar, oh no, being on an iceberg that's been there for thousands of years. While you are staring at the abyss is also staring at you. Li Pingfan quickly looked away, and turned the camera to the sea. The space wormhole is very mysterious, and gives people a sense of attraction, as if it can swallow everything, including consciousness, which is very dangerous. Boom. A loud noise came from the space wormhole. The next moment, a huge round bunker like a tortoise shell slowly fell from the space wormhole. According to the location provided by Li Pingfan, it was lowered little by little. Bang. A loud noise. The bunker fell steadily and floated on the sea, stirring up layers of huge waves. The whole world seemed to tremble with the fall of the bunker. Chapter 18. Shock and Sadness. Shocked, Li Pingfan was extremely excited under the huge waves. He couldn't help his emotions. This bunker was so spectacular, like a world wonder. It covers a total area of 15,000 square meters, and the overall height is more than 30 meters. The whole body presents a simple dark gold color. Just looking at it gives people a heavy sense of security. The most important thing is that it can really float above the sea. The metal used to build the bunker can take advantage of the buoyancy of the ocean and increase exponentially, thereby maintaining the bunker's calm on the sea surface. At the same time, there are several pillars inside it that act as anchors. When the bunker falls, they will extend out and support the seabed. The bunker is movable, but each movement requires a large amount of special fuel. Solar power conversion panels are installed above the bunker, covering a full 15,000 square meters of solar power conversion panels, which are enough to maintain the bunker's daily power operation. In addition to solar power, a hydroelectric generator is installed in the layer of the bunker close to the sea surface, which stores electricity for the bunker all the time. The bunker's ring surface is equipped with wind turbines, which can also store electricity. Therefore, there is no need to worry about the electricity consumption in this bunker. Pingfan flew into the air, crossed the waves, and circled the huge bunker several times. I believe everyone must have another question, that is, how to solve the food problem when living in a bunker? The future world has already lit up the ocean farmland technology. 67% of the plants or crops we see in daily life can be transplanted to the ocean farmland. Therefore, the land occupation area has been greatly reduced. The land is mainly developed for animal husbandry, and a small amount of livestock can also be raised in the bunker. The survival problem has basically been alleviated. Since the main purpose of the bunker is to survive, its attack capability is not obvious, and it mostly focuses on defense. However, even if the attack capability is not very significant, it is still very scary in the current world, because it is a product of more than 500 years later. According to the data given, in the current world science and technology civilization, no hot weapon can hit the bunker. Moreover, this bunker is not mainly based on attack capability. In terms of some of its own defensive equipment, it is a very scary aggressive weapon in our current world civilization. Now, I will take you into the bunker to feel it. Pingfan flew to the gate of the bunker. The bunker has 8 gates, representing 8 directions. For safety reasons, the bunker has established the highest leadership, and I now have the highest leadership of the bunker. After saying that, the gate that Pingfan was in, which was more than 10 meters high, slowly rose. The landing feeling is still not as good as the ground. People can feel a slight shake, but it is not obvious. After entering the gate, he was now entering this magnificent bunker in the true sense. The green land and the sky give people the feeling of being on land. Look at the circular buildings around. They are the cabins in the bunker, that is, the homes of people living in the bunker. Due to the extensive reserve of electricity, in addition to residences, there are all basic entertainment facilities here. A small bunker is roughly like a larger community, and a large bunker is equivalent to a village or town. Future world is still developing high-rise bunkers. Once the research and development is successful, the number of people that can be accommodated by this small bunker covering an area of 15,000 square meters will double, or even increase tenfold. This is the interior. Let's go outside to feel the bunker's defense capabilities. After a simple circle inside the bunker, Pingfan walked out of the bunker again. After soaring high into the sky, he let out a long breath. I will use the cluster gun on my chest to attack the bunker directly, and everyone can just watch. Boom. As soon as the words fell, the cluster gun on the chest burst out a strong beam of light, rushing towards the magnificent building suspended on the ocean. Before the beam of light reached the bunker within 100 meters, a blue light wall rose out of thin air, blocking the cluster gun fired from the steel armored chest, and wearing it out bit by bit. It was as if it had never appeared, and it did not cause any ripples. I believe everyone should remember the actual combat power of this armored cluster gun. Its attack only triggered the lowest level of defense system of this bunker. If there is a plan, I will show you what a more powerful attack will look like in front of the bunker. Here, it's indestructible. After evaluating the bunker's defense capabilities, Pingfan entered the bunker again. In the world 500 years from now, Ocean Home will be praised by people as the last green land on Earth. Everyone, Please do not ignore the current environmental problems just because ocean home will be born in the future world. Although the ocean is vast, it does not mean that it can be used endlessly. The large-scale establishment of ocean home in the future world has already affected the balanced ecology of the ocean. However, for the sake of survival, this is the last resort. Everyone should understand that 70% of the oxygen on Earth is provided by seaweed. If the ocean is destroyed and the seaweed decreases suddenly, let alone survival, even breathing will be a luxury. For people in the future world, it is better to say that the ocean is their last Greenland, rather than saying that ocean home is their last Greenland. This review is about to end. There are many things in the bunker, and it is impossible to show them one by one. If you like them, please support all the videos recently released by the reviewer. In addition to this review, I can also bring you another review. Your support is my motivation to continue. In addition to this extra evaluation, after the next official evaluation, perhaps I will turn on the live broadcast function, and then I can use the live broadcast to introduce this ocean home bunker to everyone in detail. It is also possible to draw a few lucky viewers to come and visit, stay for a few days, and feel a different home. Goodbye, everyone. Remember, take care of the Earth, starting from today, starting now. The evaluation is officially over. Pingfan's excitement has not yet subsided. The future world is both praiseworthy and sad. The appearance of this ocean bunker out of thin air is bound to attract attention. But at the same time, this also gave Pingfan a confidence. This indestructible bunker is his trump card for self-protection. As long as he wants, no one can break into the bunker. No matter what, the props for this evaluation cannot be replaced with a system and must be kept in hand. The appearance of the bunker, although it is within the scope of the high seas, has also attracted the attention of the entire China. Oh no, it can be said that it has attracted the attention of most countries. Chapter 19 Direct Interview. I have to say that the props in this evaluation are really shocking. Compared with the Iron Man armor and the nano god level middle finger evaluated in the previous 2 issues, this ocean home bunker can truly represent the cross era. Because whether it is the steel armor or the god level middle finger, the technological civilization represented by these 2 things is far beyond the current world. But it is not out of reach. If Pingfan handed over these 2 things, it would only be a matter of time to crack its secret. However, this sea bunker is different. Even if Pingfan handed over this bunker now, and allowed all kinds of people to come in to visit and study, it is impossible to make it in the current world with the current civilization technology. This is an epoch-making feat. It can resist the attack of any hot weapon in the current world. Just talking about this defense alone, it has already formed a gully. Like a natural moat, it is destined to be insurmountable. Similarly, a space wormhole opened above the high seas, passing down a bunker that can float on the sea surface, which attracted the attention of more organizations besides China. Of course, Pingfan didn't care so much now. To him, this bunker was an unshakable tortoise shell. Even if it attracted attention, who could move it? Not to mention moving. Looking at the current world, who could enter it without their permission? Just kidding. On the way back, Pingfan had already finished making this video through the recorder, connected to his brain, and he just had to wait for it to be officially uploaded at 9 o'clock tomorrow. At the same time, King Li was still eagerly waiting for Pingfan to return, and her men were studying Pingfan's whereabouts tonight. Captain, the target Iron Man was detected. He should have gone to the high seas before. Due to the constraints of international treaties, it is not easy for us to chase him. However, we did not find out where Iron Man started from. At least we have ruled out the place where the captain lives now. Also, Captain, there is a big news on the high seas. I will now send you the photos and videos taken by the satellite. This is really too terrible. That's right, Pingfan learned his lesson this time. He didn't fool around and flew away in the room, dressed as Iron Man. Wouldn't that give people a clue? 2 messages were sent to King Mu's mobile phone. Before she could reply, the video footage shot by the satellite was sent to her mobile phone. In the video, the night sky above the sea seemed to be torn apart by a pair of giant hands, revealing a huge black hole. A magnificent bunker slowly descended from the black hole. It landed steadily on the sea, stirring up thousands of waves. Just when King Mui was surprised and wondered who was responsible for this terrifying and amazing feat, the video gave her the answer. In the picture, a man in red and silver armor circled around the sea bunker, landed, and walked in steadily. Could it be him? Is this also his work? Who is this person? King Mui was extremely excited. Similarly, she was more curious about what this magnificent building floating on the sea was. Could it be that it is his new product for evaluation? Just when King Mui was worrying about how to treat Li Pingfan, a sound came from the attic. Li Pingfan is back. King Mui could no longer consider the current situation. Now, she could still make the decision, but if she waited a few more days, once the senior management of Biao Palace took over, she would not even have the right to interrupt. Of course, more importantly, she still doubted whether Li Pingfan was the person she was looking for. Knock, knock, knock. Thinking of this, King Mui immediately went upstairs and knocked on Li Pingfan's door. With a creak, the door opened. Anxiously, Li Pingfan simply put away his armor before opening the door, and then looked at King Mui, who appeared at the door in surprise. What's going on? Mr. Li, I heard the sound in your room, so I guess you are not asleep. I can't sleep because of a little thing, so I came to talk to you. Talk to me? Okay, what do you want to talk about? Mr. Li, I wonder if you like Iron Man? Me. Li Pingfan's heart was already full of waves when he heard King Mui's casual greeting. Yes, I like Iron Man very much, because he is not like most other superheroes, who always wear masks to make themselves very mysterious. King Mui chatted casually, and also observed Li Pingfan's expression. Maybe it's because Tony is always fearless. After all, he is a billionaire, and he has countless armors. It doesn't matter whether his identity is exposed or not. Li Pingfan analyzed seriously. By the way, there is a review video on 8 Station that is very popular recently. It is a review of Iron Man. It's really handsome. If Mr. Li has a set of Iron Man armor, will he hide his identity? I might. If it were me, I would probably choose to hand it over to the country. Being a superhero is too dangerous. Speaking of which, you came to me in the middle of the night just to talk about Marvel? Or let's go to the room and find a few Iron Man movies to watch. Li Pingfan smiled. That's not necessary. I just have another question for Mr. Li. I wonder if Mr. Li thinks that the video reviewing Iron Man on 8 Station is true or false. Really? Oh. King Mui's eyes lit up, and this scene happened to be captured by Li Pingfan. Because even if you ask me whether aliens are real or not, I will say they are real. I believe aliens exist. Li Pingfan explained seriously. These words sounded a bit like a deliberate defense to King Mui, but the next scene shocked King Mui. After saying that, Li Pingfan looked around, approached carefully and said, to tell you the truth, of course you may think I'm a lunatic, and don't tell anyone else that Iron Man is not only real, but he should be from our Jiangnan city. What? King Mui also pretended to be surprised. Yes, I saw it with my own eyes when I went to Baguniang Mountain a few days ago. Li Pingfan whispered, like someone sharing a secret. Mr. Li went hiking? Yes, for exercise. In fact, I'm also a hiking enthusiast, and our landlord has also hiked across Ui Mountain. However, hiking in the wild is a bit dangerous recently. I heard that a wild mountain near Baguniang Mountain was hit by a meteorite. It is particularly dangerous. The top of the mountain was razed to the ground. So, Mr. Li must be careful. Thank you. Then Mr. Li, I'll go back to sleep first. Okay, good night. Good night. King Mui, who had just turned around, suddenly turned back and immediately asked, Iron Man? Chapter 20. You are a good person. Why, King Mui, you want to go to see an Iron Man movie with me? Although Li Pingfan hesitated for a few seconds, he quickly changed his mind and did not let King Mui fall into it. I really envy you. You can meet Iron Man when you go hiking in the wild mountains. I wish I had the chance to. King Mui said enviously. Do you believe what I said? Why not? Just as you said before, you believe in aliens, so I must believe what you said about Iron Man. And, are you Iron Man? When King Mui asked this question, the atmosphere was obviously a little frozen. Yes. What? King Mui didn't expect Li Pingfan to admit it, and he admitted it so quickly that she even felt that this statement was unbelievable. That's right, I'm the Iron Man among ordinary people. Girl, do you admire me? Do you want to fall in love with me? Lee Pingfan leaned against the door in a coquettish manner and stretched out his hand to lift his dispensable hair. King Mui's face was full of black lines. She originally came here just to test, but now it seems that she can't test anything. Mr. Lee, now I need you to cooperate with law enforcement. We need to find out why you appeared twice around Mount Baguniang, and both times were the timelines of Wanji reviewer accounts uploading review videos? King Mui asked sternly. As expected, Lee Pingfan had already guessed that this girl was up to no good. Didn't I say that? Because I really saw Iron Man the first time, but no one believed me. I wanted to try my luck the second time and take a video. Lee Pingfan replied calmly, by the way, you asked me to cooperate with law enforcement? Are you a special forces? Is Iron Man also one of yours? Don't change the subject, I'm asking you now. Okay, if you said that you went there the second time to try your luck and see Iron Man again, then what about the first time? Don't tell me it was a coincidence. As far as I know, Mr. Lee, you don't have any interest in hiking off-road mountains. King Mui asked again. At the same time, Song Wanling, who got up downstairs to go to the bathroom, yawned, wearing pajamas that looked like Iron Man. As soon as she walked out of the room, she saw the corner of the stairs. The door of the attic was open, and the light was on. King Mui happened to be there. Sister King Mui, why are you knocking on Lee Pingfan's door in the middle of the night? Could it be that you are investigating Lee Pingfan? King Mui, who was immediately paranoid, climbed up the stairs carefully. Just when she climbed up the stairs, Lee Pingfan thought of a countermeasure and answered King Mui's question. Okay, I'll confess. As expected, you have to confess. There is something wrong with Lee Pingfan. Song Wanling clenched her fists, feeling very excited. The reason I went there for the first time was because of what? Because of Song Wanling. I like her, but I dare not confess, so I went with her secretly. What? King Mui was stunned. She didn't expect Lee Pingfan to give such an answer. Song Wanling was also stunned. She carefully hid at the corner of the stairs. After hearing what Lee Pingfan said, she opened her mouth in surprise. Besides, you should also be able to feel that, in order to get along with her and cultivate feelings, I gave up living in the school dormitory and spent money to rent a house, just to be with her and protect her. Lee Pingfan is very affectionate. When he said this, he performed the image of a man who was deeply in love to the fullest. Although he had never been in love, he had seen it. Moreover, he would always see schoolgirls confessing their love to Song Jie several times a week. If you see it too often, even a fool can learn it. Your behavior is a bit vulgar. I'm sorry, I actually have someone I like. But Song Wanling believed it. She didn't even doubt that she had never met Lee Pingfan before. Of course, Lee Pingfan had already thought about how to answer this question. Anyway, no matter what, just don't admit that he is Iron Man. Lee Pingfan's excuse was just a temporary idea. He didn't expect Song Wanling to be lying in ambush nearby. I'm sorry, you are a good person, but you are not suitable for me. Lee Pingfan wanted to cry. Did he receive the first good person card in his life for no reason? No, it's not like that. But he couldn't say it. Mr. Lee, your confession was rejected. I know. But you don't seem very sad. Very sad. Then you cheer up. Thank you for the encouragement. I have adjusted my state. I will strengthen myself. If the confession fails this time, I will try again next time. Cheer up. King Mui fainted. Did she encourage? It seems that she encouraged. But, does cheering count? It seems that it counts. King Mui's sister, you are such a good person. Thank you, you too. King Mui and Song Wanling both left. Lee Pingfan locked the door tightly. At this moment, he was still frightened. Hoo-hoo. After taking a few breaths of foul air, Lee Pingfan calmed down. The first 2 times I went to do the evaluation live video, I was too careless. The clues left behind were actually noticed so quickly. Jarvis, this time it's really thanks to you. Lee Pingfan, who was panicking, patted the Iron Man suitcase. When he went to the high seas for the evaluation this time, he mentioned to Jarvis whether his system could invade the monitoring system in the current world. The answer is of course yes. So, Jarvis hacked into the internet monitoring system and then made a new process for Pingfan's whereabouts in recent days. Of course, he did not do anything during the first few days of monitoring, and he was glad that he did not do anything. Otherwise, the situation would be even more difficult to discern now. In short, they have no evidence, so they shouldn't do anything without authorization. I just hope to get some evaluation props that will make me stronger as soon as possible, so that I don't have to worry about my identity. Pingfan sighed. The ocean house evaluated this time is indeed powerful, but you can't let your family and friends hide in it for the rest of their lives. Mui returned to her room with an ugly face. Is Pingfan playing take-eye with herself, or is he really not a Wanji reviewer? Just thinking about it, she suddenly received 3 messages on her mobile phone. Captain King, we have checked all the whereabouts of the suspect in the past 20 days. Except for the 2 appearances in Pingfan at the beginning, everything else is normal. He went downstairs tonight and went to a nearby park. He was captured by surveillance cameras until he returned. Moreover, we found a video like this. Captain, please take a look. The video was clicked. Under the street lights at night, a man in black walked to the street, dressed as Iron Man. The next moment, he rushed into the sky and disappeared in the vast night. Then another message came. Captain, the video was sent from Nanling City. The whereabouts are consistent with the actions of Iron Man tonight. It should be real. That's right. The current society's detection technology cannot break the encryption of the image and sound of the video recorder. At the same time, it is also impossible to find out whether the video made by Jarvis is true or false. Holding the mobile phone, Mui fell into deep thought. Could it be a coincidence? The satellite footage is real. The footage is indeed Iron Man wandering around the ocean fortress. The alarm for Pingfan has been lifted, and someone will be arranged to check Nanling City. Chapter 21 sparked heated discussions online again. The night was long, and I couldn't sleep. Pingfan, who was lying on the bed, didn't even take off his clothes. He just looked out the window quietly, watching the night being dispelled by the sun bit by bit. It was dawn. It was the first time he felt such great pressure. Mui is really not an ordinary person. Pingfan, who hadn't slept all night, was not sleepy at all at this moment. He tried to use Jarvis's ability to invade the network again last night to check Mui's news. Unexpectedly, to his surprise, he only found a fake identity, nothing else. This Mui must not be an ordinary law enforcement officer. Forget it. Since I'm here, I'll make the best of it. Pingfan, who originally took out his mobile phone from his crotch and trouser pocket to see what the previous evaluation video had caused, was surprised to find a piece of news. Meteorite theory? A meteorite was really found? Of course he knew whether the wild mountain was hit by a meteorite. The internet said that maybe it was just to avoid causing a sensation. But if a meteorite was really moved out, could it be that someone was covering for him again? Mui was also unable to sleep. If Pingfan is not the Wanji reviewer, then who else is it? Could it be that the bedsheet in the first review video is also a coincidence? Although all the evidence now clearly shows that Pingfan is not the Wanji reviewer, Mui still can't believe it. People are like this. Once they have doubts about a person, it is difficult to completely dispel such doubts. If you are pretending, then I admit that you won this time, but don't show your feet. If there is a next time, I will never let you go. Mui was very upset. She was betting that Pingfan was the Wanji reviewer, so she handed over the meteorite. Now, the original private meteorite of Biao Palace has been taken away by the other 2 palaces. The identity of the Wanji reviewer has once again become confusing, and there is no direction for investigation. The next morning, the new review video once again set off the internet. The craze brought by the nano god level middle finger the day before has not completely dissipated. The new review video released by the Wanji reviewer account attracted all the hotspots in a blink of an eye. Highly productive. Apart from anything else, at least the reviewer's online special effects skills are really good. It's only been 1 day, and he has made such a sensational video. Just for showing the heroic appearance of Iron Man's armor again this time, I voted for you with these 10s coins. Questioning yesterday's video, the uploader is a bit arrogant. The special effects are too much. It is really hard to believe that a mountaintop was detonated. Moreover, the rumor has been refuted online. There is indeed a mountaintop that exploded due to a meteorite impact. The uploader is not serious now and plagiarized the video. Shame. Some people believe in the meteorite impact theory. If it is really a meteorite that can flatten the mountaintop, why is there no news online in advance? If it hits the earth, it can be observed how many days in advance, and there should be an early warning online. Although what he said makes sense, do you believe that the uploader can really flatten the mountaintop? I don't believe it. The ocean house fortress is from more than 500 years later. I don't know which sea area it is in. Why is there no news? We really need to protect nature. The light of righteousness also shines on me. We must implement the requirement of garbage classification. According to what the Upmaster said, when he plans to start live broadcasting in a few days, he will invite a few fans to visit. Can I get the qualification in advance? Speaking of which, no matter which fan gets the qualification, he must start the whole live broadcast in advance, so that we can expose the secret of this Upmaster. The upstairs really believes it. Don't be too naive. People live broadcast to make money and let you give gifts. As for the fans, they are all invited in advance. Routine. It's really more confusing than Akina Mountain. If the video of the Upmaster's evaluation this time is true, then the whole world will be shocked. A sea fortress can also withstand any kind of hot weapon attack in our current era. It's terrible. It's true. I'm a crew member of a man who is determined to be the pirate king. When we were sailing on the Gangnam Strait route early this morning, the merchant ship radar did detect a huge island nearby. At first, we guessed it was an island. When we used a telescope to explore, we found that it was a fortress made of dark golden metal. The dog upstairs, there is no doubt that he is still the pirate king. Bah, you are not qualified to fight head on. I despise the dog. Ignorance. Netizens, wait and see. This fortress that appeared out of thin air will definitely attract widespread attention, and you will be slapped in the face one after another. The author of the video is definitely a man from the future. Some people are seafarers. Although Pingfan placed the ocean house fortress on the high seas, it will still be discovered. He had thought about this a long time ago. Of course, being discovered is also a good thing. In this way, it can attract more widespread attention and complete the task on the video platform as soon as possible. For the first time, he now feels how important the god-level middle finger is. When facing threats, a lethal weapon can protect him and the people who are important to him. That's right. Just as King Mui said, the Biao Palace can find him, but it doesn't mean that other forces can't. Now we can only pray that the Biao Palace to which King Mui belongs can really help him conceal his identity. Everyone, go and watch. Mr. Zhao Zhao has started a full live broadcast. He has hired a yacht and plans to sail through the Gangnam Straits to find the magnificent bunker. Whether it is true or not, we only need to watch Mr. Zhao Zhao's live broadcast to know. TSK, Mr. Zhao Zhao has also become a dog back. Don't think about it. This 1G reviewer account must be under his control and was created to make money. Why do you feel sour above? Are you a little envious? Staring into the abyss, without mentioning the authenticity of the video review, just say one thing: the picture of the wormhole in the sky is enough to kill the domestic. No, it should be said that countless international science fiction blockbusters, the special effects are too real. This is not a special effect, it's all real, including Iron Man, who once appeared in Jiangnan City 8 Girls. This barrage has been deleted due to violations. Fuck, what was that comment above? It was swallowed up in an instant, and even the account was blocked in an instant? I remember Jiangnan City 8th Girl. What the hell is 8th Girl? Could it be that Iron Man is also a man of temperament? What will the world be like in 500 years? Will humans really have to live on the sea? If so, then the sins that our descendants will suffer are all our own faults. The above person is worrying too much. The issue of descendants is not something you should consider. After all, you don't even have a partner. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 22 Xiao Zhao's Live Room. Evaluator of all realms, enter Xiao Zhao's live broadcast room. Just after this prompt, more than 50,000 people in Xiao Zhao's live broadcast room all notice the account used by Pingfan. The most important thing is that after clicking it, they really entered the video homepage of the Evaluator of all realms. Proved one thing. This account is real, not some virtual vest deliberately created by someone to get attention. Oh my god, the big boss is here. Applause to welcome the big boss. Worship the big boss. The big boss can be called the most ruthless upmaster on Station 8. The video quality is very high, especially the special effects. I wonder which special effects company the big boss works for. Big boss, look at me. I have watched every review video of yours, and I have watched it continuously. I really like you. The above is ignorant, a special effects anchor. It is necessary to flatter like this. I don't like it. Whether it is the Iron Man review, the god level middle finger review, or the review of the new Ocean House, they are all synthesized by special effects. Trash. You don't like it, but you still watched it all. Did someone put a gun to your head? I really don't know who is ignorant. The video anti-counterfeiting king gave an example a few days ago. There are only two possibilities for 1G reviewer's video. Either it was shot in real life, or it was synthesized with special effects. If it is synthesized with special effects, with this kind of special effects quality, every frame is burning money. Unless the reviewer is a rich man, or all this is real. Mr. Zhao spent 1 million to support it, and now he has chartered a yacht to go out to sea to verify it. Isn't all this just to attract attention and advertise the 1G reviewer account? Routines. Since ancient times, deep affection cannot be retained, and routines always win people's hearts. I think what the above said makes sense. Mr. Zhao is planning to support 1G reviewer again, but his gimmicks are really a bit big recently. It is said that it has caused dissatisfaction among several big fighting anchors on other sites, and it is said that there is solid evidence to fight 1G reviewer's video. That's nothing. What's wrong with the external site? Can we have more money than our Mr. Zhao? Money is the king, and we can beat them with money in minutes. The domineering Mr. Zhao, money with open eyes and money with closed eyes. Mr. Zhao's troubles are all money. Now, while there are many people in the live broadcast room, pull out the 1G reviewer to stroll around, mix with familiar faces, isn't it? Isn't it just waiting for the day of the live broadcast, and make crazy money? You are really naive. Mr. Zhao is short of money? Is he short of gifts from you? Every time he broadcasts live, he said that he doesn't want to give tips, and all the income from tips is allocated to public welfare. Ridiculous, brainless trolls. The above is too stupid. Is it possible that people who want to make money will openly say, I'm greedy for the money in your pocket? Originally, Mr. Zhao didn't notice Pingfan entering the live broadcast room. Seeing the barrage of the protagonist changing from himself to the 1G reviewer, he reacted. Welcome, Mr. Reviewer. On the surface, Mr. Zhao in the live broadcast room was calm and composed, and he did not lose his composure at all because of Pingfan's entry into the live broadcast room. But in fact, he was so excited that the legs under the camera that were not captured were shaking rapidly. Say hello. Mr. Zhao gave a full 1 million reward to the reviewer's review video last time. I wonder if the reviewer is here to support it this time. Yes, are we going to see the gifs flooding the screen next? Mr. Boss, start your performance. We make way. We can't disturb the performance of Mr. Boss. Get ready to see the screen full of rockets flying. Haha, poor. Looking at the barrage full of urging Pingfan to give gifts, he typed these 3 words casually. You, Mr. Boss, can you still say you are poor? Last time, Mr. Zhao alone gave a reward of 1 million, and the withdrawal was 500,000. Is this still poor? Wait, just now, Mr. Zhao seemed to have given another 1 million reward to this big boss's new review video. Fuck, is this true? Don't brag. Just because I said I was poor, I was rewarded with 1 million. Is this asking for money? I'll go take a look and see if it's true or not. Soon, the number of people in the live broadcast room dropped by more than half. Obviously, they all went to watch the latest video of the 1G reviewer. The barrage was not bragging, and a reward message did come from Pingfan's phone. It was his video reviewing the Ocean House Fortress that received 1 million S coins from Mr. Zao. What? Looking at the sudden increase of 1 million reward coins and the various data of the video that skyrocketed, the number of views, likes, and comments were all growing rapidly. After all, Mr. Zao's live broadcast room alone attracted a full 30 or 40,000 people. Although at least half of them had already watched this review video, it did not affect their contribution of some data. I'm jealous. I'm really jealous. What kind of relationship is this? Just because someone said he was poor, as an excuse for not giving gifts, Mr. Zao gave him a reward of 1 million. Could it be that being poor is a code? I think it must be that Mr. Zao cannot stand seeing others being poor. Poor. The above operation is wrong. It should be poor. In a blink of an eye, the barrage and the entire live broadcast room all turned into these three magical words. It was as if they could receive generous rewards from Mr. Zao, as long as they gave more gifts. Mr. Zao, an unknown person, spent millions just for a poor sentence from the reviewer boss. I wonder if the boss is a beautiful girl. Bah, what sister, should be called sister-in-law. Yes, sister-in-law. Pingfan, looking at the barrage and the live broadcast room that had gone off track again, almost spit out blood. Sister-in-law, sister-in-law, your sister. Let's give a gift. After all, after receiving 2 million in rewards, you can't be too stingy. The Wanji reviewer gave the anchor Zao a bouquet of flowers. What a sentimental person. Isn't this the free gift you get after reaching the online time limit? This wave of operations was a bit fast. I was a bit dizzy, and I didn't understand what was going on. Even if Zao has a good temper, he would be angry. On the other hand, Zao in the live broadcast room was not only not angry, but also expressed his gratitude as soon as the message of the gift from Pingfan popped up. Thank you for the gift of a bouquet of flowers from the Wanji reviewer. Thank you for your family. I like it very much. Thank you. Did I hear it wrong? From the beginning of the broadcast to now, no matter what gifts others gave, Zao has never shouted a thank you. Yeah, I still remember that there was a rich woman who spent more than 3 million yuan on gifts in Mr. Zao's live broadcast room in 1 hour, just to get Mr. Zao's contact information, but no one paid attention to her. The boss of Wanji reviewer must be a girl, the kind of beauty that makes Mr. Zao feel weird today. Love makes people stupid. Love makes people perverted. Mr. Zao successfully changed his personality. Hello sister-in-law. Hello sister-in-law. The barrage was completely filled with the 3 words hello sister-in-law in just a few seconds. Wait, look, is there something behind Mr. Zao in the live broadcast camera? A unique barrage was quickly submerged in the ocean of the 3 words hello sister-in-law. Although it did not attract too many people's attention, everyone in front of the live broadcast room at this moment saw an incredible scene. Chapter 23 Pirate Attack. In the picture, a ship with a skull flying and fully armed is approaching the yacht that Mr. Zao is broadcasting live. Am I encountering pirates? Mr. Zao, look behind you quickly. Don't bother to brush your sister-in-law. It's a big problem. This is definitely not a regular warship. This ship is likely to be a pirate that appears in the Gangnam Strait. It's true. When I was a crew member, there was an old sailor who had been sailing on the route of the Gangnam Strait for more than 20 years. He really saw pirates. The symbol of the pirates in the Gangnam Strait is the skull flag. Yes, I have also been a crew member. I have heard that there have been pirates in the Gangnam Strait. However, because the Gangnam Strait is adjacent to a big country, the pirates here have disappeared for more than 10 years. It shouldn't be true. It should be. This is a peaceful era. How could there still be pirates? Ignorance. You were just born in a peaceful country, which does not mean that this is a peaceful era. The place where Mr. Zao is now operating is already in the scope of the high seas. It is not surprising that pirates appear here. It's a gimmick. It must be a gimmick. With Mr. Zao's financial resources, it should be within his ability to arrange some extras and rent a ship. Mr. Zao, go head on with them. Mr. Zao in the live broadcast room panicked. Pirates? This ship, which is several times larger than his yacht, was not rented by him, and the densely packed people on the ship were not the extras he hired. So panic. The huge ship broke through the waves and forced Mr. Zhao's yacht to stop. Call the police. Everyone, these are not the extras I hired. These are real pirates. I can see that some of them are holding guns. Mr. Zhao hurriedly shouted to the live broadcast room, his face turned pale. Although he is rich, he has never seen such a scene. Mr. Zhao is passionate about acting. The scene of asking for help just now really showed the feeling of powerlessness in the face of an emergency. He has acting skills. Just for this acting skill, I have to give a gift. Is the upstairs wolf destroyed? What's the situation? You're still talking nonsense. When people die, you're all executioners. Mr. Zhao, what's the location? How can we call the police? Damn, I've already called the police. The Gangnam Strait is too big. Even if we rescue them, I'm afraid it will take some time. Naive, you don't really think this is a pirate, do you? They're acting. You see, it's that simple. Live broadcast to follow the drama. I guess Mr. Zhao will burst out with the power to tear the Japanese apart with his bare hands in a while. If this is true, then Mr. Zhao, I pray for you. If this is fake, and you want to attract attention and sympathy, unfollow me and don't see you. To be honest, this scene was really a bit sudden. After the skull-flagged ship forced Mr. Zhao's yacht to stop, a bearded man walked onto the deck with a gun in his hand and looked down at the yacht. Chinese? Or? The man who appeared on the deck asked in a not so fluent Chinese. They can speak our language, so it seems they are Chinese. Yes, we are Chinese. We are compatriots. The people brought by Mr. Zhao shouted at the big man on the deck. The live broadcast room has not been turned off, and it has been broadcasting the whole process. It's fake. How can it be so coincidental that the pirates on the high seas speak our Chinese language? Isn't this the same as the Japanese officers in the TV show tearing the Japanese with hands communicating with each other in our language? It's too fake, not sincere. Everything else is good, but it's ruined by this. Pig-like audience, the Gangnam Strait is adjacent to China and many nearby countries, and the pirates are not necessarily composed of people from those countries. Similarly, it is not surprising that some of these people can speak the Chinese language. For example, the country that produces jade basically speaks our language. The above analysis is very thorough and makes sense, but there is still a loophole. Why is this pirate leader not a big beard and one-eyed? Isn't this the standard configuration of pirates? You should die soon. With your IQ, don't watch the live broadcast, okay? The police have accepted the case. If Mr. Zhao is lying for publicity, he will be punished. Also, don't stop the live broadcast. This can be used as evidence. Be careful. Do you want money? At the critical moment, Mr. Zhao stepped forward. No money? Are we forcing you to stop to give you money? The middle-aged man with a beard spoke again in poor Chinese. Since it can be settled with money, it is not a problem. Name a price. You look rich. As long as you name a price and provide a card account, I will have someone transfer the money to you at any time. It's so domineering. As long as you don't kill anyone, it's fine. If you want money, it doesn't matter. Just ask. If you bargain with you, Mr. Zhao's last name will have to be written backwards. Just as the leading gangster was thinking about it, someone came up to him and whispered a few words. Are you the Prince of Dazhao Jinhei? It seems that you have heard of Dazhao Jinhei. If you know, why don't you get out of the way? You rob us of our money. I think you are tired of living. The captain on the yacht was immediately confident when he saw that the other party recognized Zhao's identity. Get off. The pirate leader pointed at the yacht and gave an order. Several people around him untied the hook rope from their waists and threw it to the yacht. In addition, there were people on the ship with guns, and the people on the yacht could only watch the pirates climb over through the hook rope, but they could not stop it. Hey, you dare to treat Zhao like this? Do you really want to live? The captain on the yacht came out again and cursed at the people who climbed onto the yacht. Bang! The first pirate who climbed onto the yacht walked over, cursing in an incomprehensible language. He raised his gun and smashed it heavily on the captain's head. The pirate leader on the big ship sneered and watched the people on the yacht quietly. Hey, what are you going to do? Didn't you say it? How much do you want? Name your price and I will give it to you right away. Xiao Zhao scolded. How much money can Mr. Zhao give me? As the only son of Zhao Jinhei, I think Zhao Jinhei should be willing to pay more money to redeem you. Drive the yacht away. Also, on this boat, except Mr. Zhao, anyone who gets in the way or talks too much nonsense will be thrown into the sea to feed the fish. With the order from the pirate leader, the pirates who boarded the yacht became more fearless. In addition to Mr. Zhao, there were also several young models wearing cool clothes on the yacht. They just didn't show up because they were worried that the live broadcast would be banned. They will become the target of these pirates at this moment. Hey, what are you taking pictures of with your phone? Give me your phone. And those women, why are you hiding? Come here quickly. I'm so angry. Mr. Zhao is not going to be kidnapped. If it is true, it will definitely be the headline tomorrow. The person above is sick. By the way, where is the Wanji reviewer? Doesn't he have the Iron Man armor? Can you come out to save him? At WANJIE reviewer. At WANJIE reviewer. Don't try. A special effects anchor. Now without green screen and post-production help, can you expect him to use computer software to Photoshop people to death? How can a useless Iron Man really exist? The comments were full of dejection. Everyone, look at the sky. Far away, isn't there a figure walking on the clouds coming? Fuck. Chapter 24 The long-awaited live broadcast. At the same time, King Mui, who was investigating the meteorite falling from the sky on Pingfan, received a video. The video shows an endless sea, on which floats a magnificent building, which glows dark golden in the sun. It is so mysterious. The ocean home survival fortress. Of course, humans seem so small standing in front of it, but compared with the endless sea, this fortress is not outstanding. In the video, a space gap appeared above the ocean home fortress. The sky was like a piece of paper, but it was ruthlessly torn apart, and through the gap you could see the dark hole inside. There was a vortex in the hole, which produced a great suction force. In the deep sea a few hundred meters away from the ocean home fortress, an endless fire was erupting at this moment, and the fire burned the sea water, which was particularly dazzling. It seemed that the explosion under the sea could produce a loud noise that shook the world. But no sound came, because the energy and fire generated by the explosion, along with the sea water, were sucked into the black hole in the sky. Even the sound was swallowed up. Black hole? King Mui was stunned by the video. How could this thing appear on Earth out of thin air? Even though she was not an astrophysicist, even though she had not studied black holes, she knew what kind of disaster this thing would bring. It could destroy the entire Earth. How could this happen? Seeing this, King Mui suddenly thought of the review video uploaded by Pingfan. The video said that the ocean house has great self-defense capabilities. Could it be that someone launched an attack on the ocean house fortress? That's right, there are no volcanoes under this sea area, so there will definitely not be an explosion out of thin air. Someone must have launched a tentative attack on the ocean house. After all, it is a bit exaggerated to say that the ocean house can withstand any thermal weapon attack in the current world. Nuclear weapons can still dominate this era. However, this scene now proves the authenticity of the video. Can nuclear weapons destroy black holes? It is unlikely. The swallowing ability of a black hole, let alone nuclear weapons, how many planets are brothers in its mouth? Soon, the flames were completely sucked into the black hole, and the black hole showed a state of being ready to erupt at any time. Wait, can the black hole not only absorb the energy that attacks the ocean house, but also transform it? Sure enough, just when King Mui had this question, the black hole couldn't help erupting. A colorful beam of light suddenly spurted out from the black hole, sticking to the sea surface and bombarding out. Under the scorching of this beam of light, the sea water looked colorful, and the dense water droplets seemed to be boiling, jumping wildly on the sea surface. This scene gave people a very shocking feeling. Boom. This time the loud noise was very real. The sound was not swallowed by the black hole. The explosion came from under the water surface 100 miles away from the ocean house. A gorgeous firework wrapped in a shocking wave rushed up. Countless pieces of debris flew into the air, and the waves slapped down, and invisible raindrops fell from the sky. Before watching the video, King Mui received another message. He tried every possible way to create public opinion on the internet. The whole country is looking forward to his live broadcast. The video came to an end at the same time. After the explosion, the cracks in the sky healed little by little, as if they had never appeared. In just a blink of an eye, it was difficult to find the exact location where the black hole had appeared before. Terrible. After watching the video, King Mui only had these two words in her mind, and only these two words could describe the mystery of the Ocean Home Fortress. Regarding the Ocean Home Fortress, the joint meeting has already heard that whoever logs in first will own the high seas to which the ocean home belongs. I heard from the Wanji reviewer that when he is live, he will randomly select a few water friends to log in with him. We must seize this opportunity, and our people must go to the ocean home with him. When the news came, King Mui understood what the current situation was like. The appearance of the ocean home on the high seas may involve more serious problems. The Wanji reviewer will not only not be threatened now, but will be better protected. He is really getting more and more involved. The confrontation on the sea could not end for a while, and Li Pingfan did not pay much attention to it. Compared to those, he was more looking forward to what he could review in 10 days. 3 days had passed since the review of the Ocean Home Fortress, and Li Pingfan had not returned to the dormitory during these 3 days. Wang Hao and Gao Shui, as long as they had money, would definitely go out to pick up girls every day. As for Songjie, that guy had been a little perverted recently, and Li Pingfan didn't want to go back, so he stayed in the rented attic for a few more days. Li Pingfan, lying on the bed, was now imagining what he had in his hand. First of all, the energy source of Iron Man's armor is non-renewable. At least I can't research it now, so use this thing as little as possible. Secondly, the nano god level middle finger has not been put into practice yet. If there is a chance, we can try whether the earth element and so on can be absorbed, and what will it be transformed into after absorption. The ocean fortress. He didn't plan to go back now. That place was too dangerous. Ring, ring, ring. A ring of a mobile phone interrupted Li Pingfan's thoughts. He was just about to study how the palladium element was extracted and transformed into a palladium arc reactor. The caller was Li Pingfan's roommate Wang Hao. What? Do you want to apply for another macroloan again? What are you thinking about? Wang Hao snorted. By the way, where have you been recently? There will be a class meeting at 6 o'clock today. Miju will call the roll one by one this time. Whoever dares not come, wait for a song of Liangliang. There is still half an hour left, so hurry back. What? Li Pingfan had long forgotten about the class meeting, but he still remembered Miju's reputation. This girl really deserves the title of master. Being unkind is her greatest kindness. Fuck, why didn't you tell me earlier? It's still in time. Shouldn't I tell you? You've always been a homebody and a good student. When have you ever missed classes? When have you ever stayed out all night? This time is great. If Songjie hadn't told us, we wouldn't have known that you stayed out for 4 nights. That's not important. Wait, so you just found out that I wasn't in school today and you just returned to the dormitory today? Well, come back quickly. My signal is not good. I don't know why Songjie went crazy, but he didn't call you to inform you. Wang Hao hung up the phone in confusion. Logically, this shouldn't be the case. Songjie has always treated everyone equally, and even took good care of Li Pingfan, who had never been in a relationship like him. What happened this time? After hanging up the phone, Li Pingfan's thoughts flew back to the day when he evaluated the god level middle finger. The 2 words anti-wolf were particularly eye-catching. Chapter 25. The rich woman is in danger. Li Pingfan hurried downstairs with his school bag on his back. His school bag contained the suitcase of Iron Man's clothes. As for the middle finger of the god of Nano, he made it into a ring, bought a black rope, strung it into a pendant, and hung it around his neck. He thought about wearing the middle finger of the god of Nano all the time, but because he had taken out the middle finger in the ring, stayed in the evaluation video, and gave a close-up, he thought that many people should have seen this thing, and wearing it on the hand might cause some unnecessary trouble. Although it is inconvenient to do so, it will not be lost if you carry it with you. Time is running out. Can I only transform into Iron Man and rush for a wave? He really didn't want to fall into the hands of the unkind counselor of Master Miju, because the end would be miserable. Have you ever seen a college counselor report to parents because of a truancy or lateness? Reporting is a small matter. One of his classmates' family is in Jiangnan City. Just because of a truancy, Miju simply went to visit his home. Who would believe this if I told them? Who would dare to believe it? It's scary. I can't get a taxi. The place where he rented a house was not very far away, but the problem was that it was much farther without a car. Hey, what are you doing here? You look anxious. Pingfan was just about to find a corner where no one was around, put on the Iron Man armor, and fly to school. A red modified Wrangler stopped in front of Pingfan. With the window rolled down, Song Wanling, with her hair loose and wearing sunglasses, looked like a goddess, so much so that Pingfan was stunned. Perhaps he had a defensive mentality towards Song Wanling at the beginning, so he ignored the fact that this girl was actually a beauty. Is this your car? I didn't expect Song Wanling to be a rich and beautiful girl. Oh, no, I just got my driver's license and haven't bought it yet. This car belongs to my dad. Dad? Yes, and the house too. Pingfan's eyes couldn't help but become more interesting. Such a young girl has a single-story duplex with an area of nearly 300 square meters, and the housing prices in this community are not low. Now she drives a purely imported and modified Wrangler. Did you do it? What do you mean? Nothing. If your father comes one day and needs to make room, tell me in advance, and I won't bother you. What? My parents don't live in Jiangnan. They are traveling all over the world now. They haven't been back for more than 2 years. They may have forgotten their daughter. A real father? What else? Ahem. It's okay. By the way, can you give me a ride? I'm going to Jiangnan University City. Jiangnan University City. Sure. I'm planning to go there too. It's on my way. Really? Really? Outside the school, Wang Hao and Gao Shui, two dogs who like to please Pingfan, were like ants on a hot pot, anxiously waiting for Pingfan. Why hasn't he come yet? This is not Leo Fan's style. Where has he been? It's over. I heard that Leo Fan has strict parents. If Miju calls his father this time, Leo Fan will be finished. I don't know how Leo Fan offended Leo Song. He was not like this before. Who said it wasn't? Leo Song's temper is really like a woman. As they were talking, a domineering Wrangler stopped at the school gate, not far from Gao Shui and Wang Hao. Call Leo Fan. My phone is out of battery and turned off. Ask him where he is. What the hell? Wang Hao's eyes were wide open. He looked at the Wrangler parked not far away. Through the car window, he clearly saw Song Wanling, who had long flowing hair and looked like a fairy, sitting in the driver's seat. So beautiful, a fairy-like beauty, driving a Wrangler. This wild style is so damn suitable for me. What the hell? Have you never seen a woman before? Gao Shuo's eyes followed Wang Hao's straight eyes. So, the result is infatuation +1. You have to have some shame with your small body. You can't conquer such a bold beauty, and only a tough guy like me who is famous for my muscular lines has a chance. Stop talking nonsense. No matter how bad I am, I'm better than Leo Fan. He is a dog who has been single since birth. Just as Wang Hao's voice fell, the passenger door opened. Pingfan walked down with an innocent face. He didn't communicate much with Song Wanling, so he had seen Wang Hao and Gao Shui waiting for him at the school gate a long time ago, so he asked her to park the car here. You too? I haven't seen me for a few days, so you have to show an infatuated expression? In fact, Pingfan thought too much. When he walked in front of the two guys, Gao Shui and Wang Hao hadn't noticed him yet. Oh my god, where did you come from? Quick, come out please. You're blocking me from admiring the beauty. Can't you two see me? What are you looking at? You're so fascinated. Shh, I'm guessing the height and weight of the beautiful lady driving the Wrangler. Wang Hao pushed Pingfan away and made a shushing gesture with a face full of infatuation. She's 165 centimeters tall and weighs less than 100 kilograms. Pingfan replied. Stop talking nonsense. You didn't even look at her. How can you recognize her? Wang Hao looked unconvinced. Leo Fan, you used to be low-key and didn't like to brag. As soon as the two finished talking, Song Wanling poked her head out and said hello to Pingfan. I'm leaving first. By the way, are you going back to live tonight? Let's talk later. Pingfan replied indifferently. This scene shocked Wang Hao and Gao Shui, the two big guys who called themselves the love saints of dormitory 203. They didn't calm down until the wrangler left. Fuck, what's going on? Leo fan, do you know this gorgeous woman? Bah, I know her. People even asked her if she wanted to come back and live with me. Are you living together? Fuck, you haven't gotten out of bed in 4 or 5 days. Leo fan, why do you look so pale? Fuck, jealousy is tearing me apart. Leo fan, you've been in our service department for 2 years, where the ratio of men to women is so unbalanced, and you haven't been able to find a partner. How did you find such a gorgeous woman? By the way, Leo fan, are you being kept by someone? Wang Hao never stops talking about shocking things, and his words almost shocked Li Pingfan to death. What? Fuck, it must be. He was so generous to give us 6,000 yuan. Wait, it's a loan. I still have the IOU. Ahem. Don't worry about those details. Leo fan, be careful. Being kept by a rich woman, especially such a beautiful rich woman, can be dangerous. Doesn't her husband know? What? What husband? Wait, who the hell is being kept? You are the ones being kept. Your whole family is being kept. Just as Li Pingfan was about to get angry, a gentle voice came from behind them. You three, there's a class meeting coming up soon. Why don't you go back? After hearing this familiar and scary voice, the three of them stood on end at the same time. But when Li Pingfan and the other three turned around, the bitter smile on their faces had not yet appeared, and they were replaced by faces full of shock. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.